Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Happy almost full moon. It's actually not until the wee hours of tomorrow here. Well, whatever time it is, whenever, you know what I mean? That shit confuses me. It's basically today for some of you in America, and it's tomorrow for us in the UK and other parts. Um, right, so I've basically I'm I'm a bit pissed off at myself. It's quite funny, right? Because so first of all, before I get into that, um everything I do, I don't always give the intro on the live streams, but I'm feeling guided to because of what I'm going to say there. And God knows what, because it's full moon in Aries, and these are normally strong ones. So if you're new to me, the energy is going to be very fierce warrior, goddess, Wonder Woman, um, goddess Isis, strong kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? I would even say like goddess Kali is fierce energy that comes through. So sorry, not sorry. Honest, very honest, and I'm always very honest anyway. But it's not. Ironically, I just pulled Mother Mary for like guiding. I put when the one of the videos I filmed for the actual filming tomorrow. Mother Mary came out for masculine and feminine, so very gentle, loving mother and energy coming through. Because I feel a lot of people are doing mother healing as well, mother and father healing actually, because that's come out for personal. But um, that's not the energy I'm in tonight, right? So, but anyway, so everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy, meaning I use a lot of cards, but it's always channel. Everything I do is channeling the way I approach it and everything. So even the tetchy way, you know what I mean? It's like I'm pissed off at myself because I wanted to have filmed loads more video, like loads more. I've fucking went nowhere near it. I didn't. I had a big plan when I planned this ages ago that if I started filming ages ago alongside what I was doing in real time, I would have had them all done. And I didn't do that. So it's kind of like I'm a bit annoyed at myself. It's really not a big deal. It's like I said in the video I filmed for tomorrow. The only one putting pressure on myself to have all the videos that I would normally keep up to the standard is me. Nobody else is holding me to that. So fuck it, it's not happening. Do you know what I mean? I will still film some tomorrow, so you're not gonna have nothing. But at the end of the day, there's a shorts for every day, right? Which I know is a bit shit if you want to, but again, there's loads of other people on YouTube. You'll find some new people to watch. Do you know what I'm saying? But um, and I just said in the video I filmed for tomorrow, it's exemplifying good self-care because I'm not going to knock my pan in just to make sure, you know what I mean? Because I've just like even like see right now as I'm doing this, if it's quiet around here, that's not going to be such a bad thing because I'm hungry. I'm just wanting to bing bang bosh, get the message out. That is Aries moon. Um, and then get my spag bol that's in the slow cooker. And I'm considering whether I don't think I'll turn it off. So it's probably nicer if you leave it in longer. But I feel that's happened that way so that I don't overdo it. You know what I mean? But I honestly don't think I would be able to overdo it anyway. I just don't feel like it. Like I just really do feel like I'm ready to, wind down now. Um, but so this is all going to be relevant to whoever. So I'm just sort of saying like, but you could be feeling like sacred rage, or just angry. Sacred rage is just a fashionable thing to call it. But you could be feeling angry, and I'm calling it sacred rage because you're allowed to be angry about whatever it is you're angry about. But just be aware that the full moon, supermoon exaggerates that massively because a full moon exaggerates it anyway. But because it's a supermoon, it like times it by a million kind of thing. So you know, we're not technically in the film until tomorrow. Again, check for your part of the world, but it's not wise to actually take action with things on your feelings on the day of the full moon because everything's heightened. It's illuminating everything in your subconscious. You could say things you don't mean. Um, but in other ways, if it's already been a long time coming, sometimes it's better you just spit it out and you know what I mean, hope for the best. Take action kind of thing. But so I don't know who that's going to make sense to for whatever, but what else was coming to me? Aries is not only anger, it's also passion. And a lot of the times, and I know this as an Aries, people can mistake passion for anger. One of the most annoying fucking things as an Aries, and an Aries woman in particular. But it's like, yeah, I can always recognize when people are like me and they're not angry, they're just passionate. But the difference with me is when I'm channeling the energy, it could seem like I'm really pissed off right now. So I'm just sort of saying, but it's like I kind of am. Like I've just said to you, I'm annoyed that I'm like, oh damn it, I wanted to get so much more done than what I've got done. But it's more just the way I've. It's interesting. Like there's literally 3 videos for tomorrow in the full moon, and my time would have been better spent filming ones for like next week. But I think it's because I'm going to get them done next week. So again, it's just I'm really not going to fucking right. Anyway, we're moving on from that because it's not that big a deal. So the reason I've put in Rise Above the Darkness is because I pulled this right before I went live. Serapis Bay Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness. The light is here. So I can't even crack a smile properly. I'm sure I'll get another card that I want more than that one, but that is what we're going with just now. Um, but yeah, you're ascending. You're ascending who you once were. Your old self is dying. You're becoming someone new. All that kind of jazz, whatever that means to everyone in all different types of way. It's pretty heavy stuff. That's quite hilarious too, because the one I filmed for tomorrow, I was mentioning like something about Sandy and Danny from Greece, and because I always say that that reminds me of Ascension at the end of the film, because it was like mom and dad were at something recently that was to do with Greece. And of course, I was a bit jealous because that's my favourite film. And I'm like, what's wrong with this? My mum and dad are going to agree. Oh my God, this has pissed me off now. Where have I just went? Oh, there I am. And by the way, hello if anyone's here. But it was quite funny, you know what I mean? That like they're going, I'm babysitting the dogs because they're away out on a Saturday night and I'm fucking 41 and I'm sitting and watching Bridget Jones. Talk about depressing. But actually I had a great night with me and the dogs and Bridget Jones, which is a load of shit. That was a total letdown. I've been waiting to see that all year and it's just boring. Nothing like the other two. Anyway, I'll stick to watching the other two all the time like I do. Um, yes, and anyway, I've spoke about some of the other. I watched Inside Out too for a bit too, and I spoke about that in the one that I filmed. Um, right, this is on the bottom. Freya, phases and cycles. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are being revealed and released. There's a big full moon behind our head. Illusions are being revealed and released. This could be making people angry. Actually, I think that is that why I'm. I think this is yeah. I think that's what they want me to go with. They've made me annoyed about things that don't really matter, like the video stuff, so that I put it into this because I did my hand just now. If you're new to me, I part of my gift is like it's like when I'm channeling the energy, it's like involuntary movement. So my hands just go to cut the deck and everything like that, and that's just part of it. It's part of my mediumship. It's part of my being a shaman. And my hand just went into the scary deck, which is like it is scary because you don't know what you're going to pull out of that deck mixed together. And I pulled out haunted. I've just realised as well we're in the fucking Halloween. It's got a pumpkin on it, and we're not too far away from Halloween. I just noticed that just now. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. Yeah, I really do feel this filming for some people could be quite traumatic because Aries is raw and real and it's pain. So, say for some of you, like because it's springing to mind, I'd done an unlisted today and it's in someone's eighth house. So, it's going to be in a lot of other people's eighth house as well. So, this could really resonate, but you could be having memories, flashbacks, trauma, and side effects. So again, praying for you if you're in that. It doesn't need to be in your eighth house, it just sort of came at me there. And then I pulled two. I just my hand went, and I was like, "Tell me a bit more about that." And then I pulled 2 charms, and I pulled the turtle again. This keeps coming out, and the butterfly or a dragonfly. But either way, I feel this is about some people are going through healing some major trauma and pain, and feeling like it's taken too long to go through this transformation. Um, basically. So if that's you, you can't help how you feel, but basically be kind to yourself. Or if it's about your twin flame, like have patience, because that is in reality where some people are at. So that's why I always say, although we get all these exciting messages all the time and that, you just never know. And that's why Mother Mary's come out for both twins for tomorrow. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So there's lots of people healing things to do with your mother line, your father line, ancestral healing. I've said all this in other videos, so I can tell I just can't even be bothered saying this right now. But yeah, that also looks like a big full moon behind her head too. So I do feel Mother Mary's very close around a lot of twin flames right now. Let's just go to the charms again. Let's do a few more. And I'll set a goal. Can I even get through the next 30 minutes of this? Honestly, it's so funny how I'm just like, I've been in a good mood today and everything, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, just so kind of, right, wait a minute, what are we doing here? I need to concentrate. Um, I'll set a timer for an hour, for 40, well, no, for an hour. I think I'll be here an hour, I don't know. But I don't, honestly, not if there's not a lot of people live. How you'll celebrate? Having my tea. I will celebrate. Oh no, I don't need to shout. I'll celebrate with my spag bol, no matter what time. I'll celebrate with my, not by. Hello, dyslexia. I'll celebrate with my, and a chocolate cookie that I've got waiting for me. It's like a giant triple chocolate cookie. Let's call my name. I think I've got two of them left actually. I'll celebrate with my spag bol. Oh, why is it doing a capital there? Spag bol. And we'll do something for use because that's not very good for use. What will I do? Let's do something a wee bit fun. There's nobody here though, but I will do, and one person will win a 15 min live meeting tonight if you guess the charm. That's like Mission Impossible. I'm only joking. It's not Mission Impossible when other people are psychic, but that's, I don't think that's too hard because the same charms keep coming out. Maybe I'll pick out three and then you can guess what one's in my hand. That was so fucking random, but I'm putting it. It's quite funny. That's, I don't know why I'm finding that so funny, but I am. It's like, right. Um, Pick my energy up a bit. If it becomes too Mission Impossible, but we need to make it fair. I'm not writing names down. I can't be asked. Right. Then happy full moon in Aries to you when it arrives. We're not in it yet. It's tomorrow. Love is coming for someone. I've picked up the heart, but technically I could feel it. So let's just, I'm going to scoop. I'm just going to scoop. Right. I'm just going to say the first thing that comes to my mind. So be in your feminine energy. That's maybe why this feminine energy is not enjoying being in her masculine doing this right now. Although in both, yeah, look, you're ascending. Pegasus is my sign of ascending. You're ascending where you once were. So it feels a bit weird. Be gentle with yourself. There could be something significant about a beach because that's like a starfish in a shell. For fuck's sake, is this Greece again as well? Some are loving. Someone's going very slow. Yeah, someone, whatever group of masculines I'm channeling right now, somebody is really panicking about how long something is taken. They're healing specifically, it feels like, or how long it's taken for you to come out the other side of a dark night of soul, or how long it's taken for you to get out of some kind of karmic situation, whatever that might be. It's something like that because the turtle keeps appearing. Oh my god, I can't put them on my lap. I'll put them back in. What else? But this person is loyal. There's the wee sausage doggy. This person's loyal, got a lot of unconditional love. Witchcraft, black magic's trying to get in the way. That's what the bat means to me. But the arrow of love is shooting this connection. All these connections are resonating anyway. Juno, zero degrees. Yeah, look, two arrows back to back. I'm not going to look down, I'm just going to pick them up. America could be significant. America could be significant for at least someone here. There's a message coming. It's a wee bird. I'll have to say what it is in case you can't see. There's a starfish again. Beach or the ocean's really significant here. Could be going on a holiday. There's another bird. Yep, there's messages flying in. There's honest communication. I've pulled loads. Oh, I don't think I've pulled this one yet. Somebody's ego is in the process of dying. And remember, Aries' first house is the ego. Leo is connected to the ego too, but the first house is the personality. So I always see the full moon as a very rough ego death for if you need to have a rough ego death, if you need to have an ego death, it's going to come for you. So look out for tomorrow. Anywhere where your ego needs to die, you could go through it a little bit. You know what I mean? Or if yeah, anywhere where you need a bit of humbling, it could come for you or your person. So anyone in your life really that's doing their ego. Um, but lines are also courage. So either someone's coming to you having to dig deep for a lot of courage, or you're that person, or someone's going through an ego death. But that's the first time I remember seeing a lion. I keep picking up the same ones. Bambi, she's come out a lot. That she or he, but that is unconditional love as well. Someone could so that could be someone's power. There's a tiny little star. So I'm kind of taking that's meaning like um waiting for a star to fall, carry your hand, and then that was my favourite when I was little. So that reminds me of Three Men and a Little Lady, one of the best endings ever. Um, but that is very significant because in that, Peter leaves it right to the last minute. So this could be a group of divine masculines that are, you if you're the divine feminine, you could even be like, right, well, that's it. This isn't happening. And this person swoops in at last minute because that's what happens in that. Black magic, stop this person. Ancestors are also protecting you. This person was pulled here, there, and everywhere where you were because it's octopus. Peaceful times are coming. This person feels like they're going really slow. There's another turtle, or you do. But your seahorse is mate for life. It's a special connection. I put that in the bottom of the comments. I can't remember all the stuff that the seahorse means, but I do know that much. It is it's romantic, you know. I can't actually remember anything else it said, but it's all that kind of shit. A flower, so the flower of life could be significant, or daisies. Daisies are one of my symbols, but daisies in the flower deck is simplify your life. Somebody could be stripping their life back down, simplifying it. There's too many people in your business, or your twin flames business. This person's not wanting all these people around them anymore, or in their business. There's another deer, divine masculine is in unconditional love, and there's another leaf. Something's happening in the autumn now, so anything could be happening from now. And I felt like I wanted a few more. Yep, your luck's going to change. Someone could see clearly now where they couldn't before. They've got their rose tinted specs off and their crystal clear vision specs on. Oh, my healer guide is going crazy. My leg's really boiling. So there's a little fairy on the moon. Again, somebody felt like you were unattainable, is what I just heard. But now the union is being anchored in because there's the seahorse again. The seahorses is that the same one? Probably is, eh? That'd be funny if it isn't the same one. I can't see another seahorse, but there probably is. But yeah, divine love has been anchored in, and thank you if you're doing your bit to anchor that divine love into the planet. Talking of divine love, let's shuffle the tantric tarot. It's not a tarot actually. It's just an oracle. Don't get excited. I did pick up one of the sexual. Oh, there's a mother figure's got in the way of one of these unions because I didn't even mean to pick that up, and I done that earlier in the video too. Um. So yeah, I can't use the other deck. And it's not because it's if you know basically I did say I've got two decks coming and one I don't think I'll be able to use on the channel, and I was right. It's not really it's no filth for anything. It's just I don't want to be reading what it says on the cards. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. So I think you could get away with it too, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the membership either. But I'll use it in personal sessions where I feel comfortable. Probably just with the women. Sorry, guys, but it depends. I suppose it depends. I could help me. It depends. But right, anyway. So what have we got? Why did I pick this up? And please, somebody come on here to make this more fun, or I really am just going. Which, as you can tell, is going to be fine by me. Never mind things wrapping up by Friday. It looks like my soul's like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done in a lot of ways, but I definitely don't want to be channeling about twin flames for the next few weeks. Thank you very fucking much. So, although it never stops for me even when I'm not working, Divine Union, yes. Divine Union is here for many of you. I can't help that if that's not you. If you've been on the journey 5 minutes, 5 minutes meaning if you've only been on the journey about a year, 2 years, that is really nothing. I'm sorry. Sorry it's coming out so blunt as well, but it's true. Like, I'm talking to people, it's been a long, 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 long time, and you've had all the signs and you feel it. But and even if this isn't about the physical union, you're in a very detached place and you've let go for you. And you should celebrate that too. Because that's actually what can bring about things to change, but it'll never change if you don't get to that point, is the point. So Tantra views the union of partners as a sacred and divine act, reflecting the union of divine energies. But yes, divine union, that is definitely the thumbnail. This and this. Danny and Sandy flying away in the car. Right, so what was behind it? Sacred love. In Tantra, love is viewed as sacred and transformative, capable of elevating partners to higher states of consciousness. Sandy and Danny flying over the car. I know that's what they're saying to me. Sacred space. Creating a sacred physical and emotional space can enhance the tantric experience by providing a tranquil and dedicated environment. They're even telling you how to do it. Fuck no. so, so it's a wee bit of fun, guys. But we'll put them there. So, right. Oh, what was I going to do? I did have a rough plan. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do the. Let's stick to the rough plan. Definitely because nobody's here. So let's do these karmic cards. So, except I can remember it though. It's pretty easy. So, this is what I've been doing on the. Where's that deck? Where is that deck? Fuck. I was going to do the shadow and light, but fuck that. I don't know where it is. I was just using it before I came up. Oh, there it is. What is something? So, for the people that are going to watch this today, and not everyone, just whoever most needs the message, however many people. I would say the people that are about to come in at union, because that feels the most pressing, the most important. For those people, what is something, a shadow and a light message? These were the ones that that you were meant to have one of these every day until I come back. That's not going to happen now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to join it together rather than that makes more sense. So I'll just do a few videos tomorrow, sparsely scattered for when I'm away. Um, Probably the plan. It just depends. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to want to wear makeup. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'll film the videos without makeup actually. But I just don't even think I want to. I just don't want to. I'm like, this is like, I just want to go. I just feel like I'm already in my 12th house. I'm just not wanting it. Like, I feel really uncomfortable right now. It's so funny. But I feel I'm channeling the energy of someone. Somebody might be in real hermit mode. Like, you might be, but it's really, that's the only way I can describe it. Oblivious awareness. So, somebody that was oblivious to something, like, it feels like a karmic energy, has now got the awareness that they need. Um, Conflict and peace, yeah. So again, I feel this is so specific, but I feel like somebody was oblivious to who was contributing to the conflict. But now whoever this is has peace because they've got the answers and the clarity they need. It's like the songs that I posted. Um, Generosity, egoism. Wow, look at what I just channeled with the lion. So somebody could have a dramatic turnaround. If someone was in their ego, ignoring you and acting like you were nothing to them. Sorry to say it so bluntly, but that is what I'm hearing. This person could suddenly become like very generous towards you with their time, wanting to you to be generous with your time. They like basically wanting, to be a part of your life. Because now that's interesting, because they have faced their own shadow. So this deck is called Shadow and Light, and this card is called Shadow and Light, and I've not seen it yet. I don't even remember pulling that when I was using this last year, but today is the 6, and there's a 6 on it. So currently, this is for. I feel this is like for people about to come into union. Like this person has been going through a brutal ego death, and this could be the last deep dive. I feel it is a real big one for a lot of people before somebody surrenders their ego. Rise above the darkness, the light is here. Generosity, egoism. Yeah, and when they give me the same card, that's a message. Boundaries and respect. I think the major lesson for those of you that are about to come into union is nobody else was able to teach this person boundaries like you, if you're the divine feminine. And although they were really fucked off at you at first, they now respect you because they get that it was you teaching you. They're teaching you, you're teaching them. You're the same energy. And if you don't understand that about you and your twin flame, book a session for when I'm back. But I would book it now for November because I'm going to be busy. I'm manifesting that I'm going to be booked and busy. Therefore, it will be a thing. See the confidence, the Aries filming confidence. But no, I can see it. Like I'm clairvoyant, obviously. It's like I've felt it too. I know that's why they're giving me 3 whole weeks off. There's no way that I would be saying that if it wasn't the case. So, right. Anyway, what have we got then? So what's the theme of this? So this is if you want a personal enlisted. This is wait a minute before I get into that. There's nobody here, but I'll for on the replay. Um, God, I can't see me wanting to do a 30-minute one, but I'll put it in anyway. I'm like, that's what I, yeah. Because I'm forgetting as well, it's mediumship Monday. It's a bit of a difference for me, when I'm doing mediumship Monday, it's, oh, doesn't all fit in. Right, so basically the link at the bottom is the general booking link. If you're brand new or you've never had a Zoom before, please remember you've got the opportunity to get it at my old price, which by the way, I pour my all into those sessions. I love those sessions and I don't know that I will keep them forever. So take your opportunity while it's there. And I'm just taking my bank card. Not that I never used to do it before, but because I'm just aware that I'm just going to do it because wait a minute, I don't want to chuck. That's going to be annoying if I'm like, where the fuck are my bank cards? Right, I'll put them there. Yes, everyone knows that, but just if you're new on your first session, I spend ages with people. I spend ages in general sessions too, but it's like it's your chance for me to hear your twin flame story. And if by any chance you're not a twin flame, I don't know why you've found yourself here, but but I did have that recently. But that person is a twin flame too. But because that's not what she was led here for a reason. But um, yeah, we spoke about what was most relevant, but it will come up at some. It just sometimes it can come up in a different order. It's not everybody comes to me because the twin flame journey. Sometimes it's because you're because I awaken people's gifts and I help you with your clears and everything. It's and that's really what the twin flame journey is about. You know what I mean? But um, anyway, My God, this is sorry if you're new. I feel the need to keep apologizing. Like I'm so just like I'm just being honest. It's like I'm so in can't be fucking arse mode, am I? Shit. Wow. It's a combination of things. Like I put the heating on. It's not too hot in here though. Still not cold either, but tetchy. That's how I feel. I feel tetchy. So whoever's resonating with this, you can feel a bit. It's like but even earlier, I've had a few moments today where I've wanted to burst out crying and I haven't. So it's probably going to happen on here, isn't it? But I mean, I'm all right if that's what happens. It's raw and real emotion. But I feel they're getting me to say that because I'm away sure. Like some of you could have quite an emotional full moon tomorrow. So it's, there's a heads up. Right. What is the karmic? So this is a theme, like I said, I'm doing very limited unlisted readings will be available, which I'll only do in the fire moon. So check if you want one of them, check that you're okay with whenever I'm going to do it. But to be honest with you, like I don't think anyone's going to get them anyway while I'm off. So I just don't even think there's any point in me saying it. I don't think I really want to do them now that I'm saying it. So, but it's like being too honest, this is Aries film, but this is kind of hilarious. I'm just going with it. Right. But anyway, just in case I change my mind about that, maybe I just need a good sleep. I didn't sleep very well again as well, and then I got up early and I walked, but I thought that would have helped me. But it is the energy. I get it. I get it. Sometimes these can be weird, but I do get it. Right. So, what is the theme of the twins that are being helped just now? Whether it is ones that are about coming to union, because that was just that bit, or whether this is people that are will work it out. What is a theme? If the card that comes out again about healing your child parent relationship, that is going to blow my fucking mind. Because every single person that I've done, which is only three people, and they're anonymous unless you say, um, that card came out for all three people. All three people. I might be getting too excited about that, but I definitely know it's two people, two of them. But I think no, it was all three people. So look how many cards there are. So that tells you about what a lot of the collective are going through. Either you're either you're being guided to focus on your relationship with your own children, no matter what age you are, or there's an emphasis on healing the mother father line, whether they're alive or in spirit. Because I can help you with both. Because I'm a medium too, I can consolidate with loved ones in the spirit world. I do it often on your behalf, or I can help you to open up to them very easily. So if you've never connected with your loved one in spirit, once you connect with me, you probably will. That happens to everyone. Even if you just listen to my free journeys, you don't even need to fucking spend any money and it will happen. So what's your excuse? But um, yeah, if that card comes out again, that'll be nuts because it came out for tomorrow as well. What have we got? Oh, and also it's going to make me cry. Sorry, I've just thought about something. Is that why? Yeah, I can feel a lump in my throat. Yeah, I'm not going to go into big details there, but just it's that's going to make sense for somebody watching. I just had a bit of somebody close to me has had a loss, fairly recent, and and I'm not going to go into loads because I'm going to start crying because I'm feel you know what I mean. It's just I'm feeling we're connected. You get what I'm saying? When my soul sister or my soul brother's in pain, I feel it. But I'm going to connect. I'm going to connect with them tomorrow. So, but I'm just it's I'm if that card comes out, it's probably going to be well, it's definitely going to be a loved one in spirit. It's because it's mediumship Monday. Oh fuck! Right, okay. Do what makes you happy. Be with those who make you smile. Are you coming in already? Is that what it is? It's just it's sorry, I'm just stopping for a wee moment here because it's like, when I get news of that, it's like it's not my counselor side chips in and I'm like, there needs to be a bit of time between people passing and coming in for a message, but I'm not always the decider of that. But I just know that, because there's a few people I know that have had losses, right? And it's all anonymous anyway, unless, you say otherwise. And it's kind of like, I think anyone tuning in would be, if something's meant to come through, they would be happy with that. But I'm just putting that aside just now, to be honest. Right, let's just get on with it. It's just, I can just feel there's a lot of intense energy with this so good and everyone. I've had an overwhelming day. Now that I'm thinking, there's quite a few different things, synchronicities I've had, and it's overwhelming good too, because there was amazing twin flame synchronicities that fucking blow my fucking mind. Tried to post some of them to capture even just the slightest bit of it to give you, because again, I don't, just to explain that in words, right? That was really weird. So I'm making spaghetti bolognese in the slow cooker, and I thought, right, I'll bung it on for 4 hours, right? I always leave it longer because I've left it longer now, but um, it was weird that like I didn't notice the time at all until after. Like I put the timer on for 4 hours, and it was like it always tells you the time it's going to be ready, and it was literally my twin flames numbers, right? So I was kind of like, weird. But then also I'd set it at 5:11. 5:11 is that full moon in a month, which I keep saying all these times are significant. So that was kind of like, oh, kind of took me back a bit. And then there was all these, it was like I was feeling all the messages and downloads coming in with this. So, and but that happens on this journey. Like I get messages to deliver them, but it's again, it's hard to explain. I know some of you get what I'm saying, but you couldn't possibly understand unless you were me how much comes at me all the time. But then, like I said, and it was kind of sandwiched in with bad news, and shit, just realised something. There's a synchronicity in my living room that has given me absolute confirmation about, yeah, right, I'll just go with it. I think this might be one of these ones where I'm like, right, anyway, sorry, I'm getting stuff that I will share with somebody that's had a loss in private, unless I'm guided otherwise. But break the soul contract. Some bonds are meant for growth and not forever. When the lesson ends, the contract dissolves. You're free to walk away. Holy fuck, that's a bit brutal, isn't it? Shit, that'll be putting a few people into a fucking panic, won't it? But I feel that's about karmic relationships. Break the soul contract. Some bonds are meant for growth, not forever. When the lesson ends, the contract dissolves. You're free to walk away. Do you know that's making me laugh because there's a soul sister client I had years ago. Again, I never quite know who still watches or who's moved on, but I do remember that was something she used to say, contract over. Something like that. She said it once and it always stuck with me. It's like the contract's over, time to move on. And then brutally, it was time. That was even the case for like that person's been away for a while too. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like I feel that is about karmic energies. Something's broken down with karmic energies for some. Um, that one. So this is about the bowl when the bowl breaks and you fix it with gold. You're never quite the same, but in some ways you can be even more beautiful with your heart, all of our unique pains and hurts and the way you've pieced yourself together after chaos and hurt, breaking down to break through. Christ, this is really full moon and Aries energy. And whenever I say Christ like that, I mean, I don't mean to offend, it happens, it's just part of it. But I feel it is, it's Christ consciousness, it's to do with the ascension energy that I've just channeled there as well. Because Mary Magdalene and Jesus are always hanging around too. So perfection doesn't exist. Embrace your flaws and those of others. They are the key to growth. So yeah, I feel that like this is definitely the vibe for the Aries full moon. You're not perfect. Neither is your twin flame. Neither are your karmic energy. Nobody, that's the thing, nobody's perfect. And that's what I love about Aries energy. It's raw and real. And I'd imagine the people that do love me out there or like me, that's what you like about tuning into me. I'm as raw and real as it gets with everything in my life. Because integrity is my favourite word. I wouldn't want it any other way. Some people can handle it, some people can't. If you can't handle it, there's plenty other people that are not anything like me that are lovely too, and they're doing their thing. But that's how it is around here. Especially tonight when I'm fucking when I'm getting to the end and don't want to be able to do this. Can't even fucking talk either. Let go. Wow. Oh my god, that's on the back again. Let go. This came out for the one for tomorrow too. So look how many cards are there. This is a real theme right now. Let go of what could have been. Grief. Oh, grief often hides in the story of what didn't happen. Release the almost and return to the now. So before we even get into love stuff, I just again, it's a wee girl crying, hugging a teddy. So I do feel that is for some people's inner child, where if you have had the loss specifically of a parent, it's just acknowledging that, you know, that grief is not a neat package that, you know, oh, you have a bit of time and then you're meant to be bit. No, it's can creep up on you in total unexpected moments. Because I'm just actually thinking again, that's what it was. Like I said, because there's been a few different things that have made me cry today, and one of the things was completely unrelated to the twin flame journey. Again, like I said, it's always, hello Renee, how are you doing? Renee, I'll reply to your emails when I get off of here. But I quickly scanned them. So that was exciting. That last one I clicked into there, and that's so in line with the collective energy because I've basically not gone into all your stuff, but it's like I collectively channeled that for today, well, for tomorrow, that divine masculine energies, male and female. If your channeling abilities for like speaking or writing or just things out the norm are happening, that's what I channeled. And then Renee, you gave me confirmation. Um, so, um, but, um, yes. Oh my God, actually, this could, yeah. So, with what I'm saying here as well, so big inner child healing coming through. But like I said, I specifically do feel so whether this is people, oh my God, this is almost exactly what I said earlier, but I'm just going to close my eyes while I say this. Whether this is some of you that there's been a recent loss of a mum or a dad, or for some of you, it could be like a granny or a granddad or an auntie or an uncle, you know, like a close family member, but I would say a close older family member, you know, putting out the prayers to everyone in that place that's recent grief. But for some of you, this could be like this person could have been gone a while. Some of you it's more recent, some of it is very recent. Oh right, what? So was that thing that you have channeled? Was that actually about the inner child? Because I haven't. I just saw the email. I haven't. Wait a minute. Actually, I'll just do that now while I'm. Um. Wow. That's beautiful. So yes, I will read it out loud actually, because some people like. Wait a minute. I was going to reply to. I can't. It's too much for me all to do when I'm it's too many things going on. Right, so The Karma We Carry, right? A poem by Renee Nelson, so that's Renee. So, darkness of the family lore, do you dare to open the door? The one that nurtures you may be the one who tortures you. The poison and the lies become a life you can't deny. You create a new identity. This is very Aries full moon. Sorry, I'll not interrupt actually. The life of the party, the person all want to be. Happily clueless, you float along, not knowing the chains you drag along. So long as the box stays closed, it's safe. The chains ensure the secrets won't escape. The family grows and the box eventually overflows. Oh, I like how you've put that in capital letters. Secrets spill tumbling to the ground. The one with the answers nowhere to be found. You pick up the pieces one by one and ask, is this puzzle I'll fail to get done? It takes you here, it takes you there, but the answers seem to remain in the air. Was it the political prestige of the time or a prisoner sent here for region Rhine? A servant sent from the Emerald Isle or secrets of past family riles? All these packed and many more, once in a box, now on the floor. Piece by piece, you sort them through. How do all or any of these tie to you? Wounds from the past that never heal, traumas from a long past battlefield, abuse that was never tended to, was inevitably all inherited by you. Very deep, very Scorpio, very proud. I'm going to put something now. I don't really know what to put. I've put deep, beautiful. It's what it's meant to be, but I'm glad that you've. Wait a minute. I'm not a multitasker. I've used black hearts to be very Scorpio about it. So, but yes. So again, thank you for that. I'm sure that will speak to whoever it's meant to as well. Keep in mind, since my stroke, I find it difficult to complete. But Renee, I don't think that is. That I didn't even notice anything that was. There's no spelling mistakes that I saw, and there's. I think that flows beautifully. Yes, you should be proud of it. You should be very proud of it. And you know what's quite interesting, right? Is it's again, so people as well, like so Renee, I did take that on board. I'll just reply to you like this. Like Renee had said, rather than writing something, she would rather speak it. So again, um I don't know if you want to be put on the spot like that right now, but that would be quite fun. Actually, we can't do it to that. I need to eat at some point, but we'll work on that. We can talk on that through email, unless. Oh no, that is absolutely channeled because that's what I'm getting at here. Is when I do sessions with people or those unlisted ones, clear energy, something shifted in you, and I know that's what you were saying there, but that's basically what Renee said was it wouldn't do if she wrote something, it wouldn't do it justice for what she's felt. And like, not going in all ins and outs of what I've done in that unlisted there, but it shifted something for that to pour out you. But also, when I do things like that, we share each other's medicine, and you won't know this, you probably wouldn't have heard me saying that. I have channeled poems before, and it was through grief. One for my nana and one for someone else connected to me. It's even more private. I won't really go into that, but um, it's powerful when you do it because it just poured out of me too. That's the reason why I'm saying this. So, I know it's a very emotional thing. So you should be really proud of yourself for A, doing it, and B, having the courage to put it out there like that. And it'll encourage other people to do that too. The right people that touches through either me reading it on here or your one seeing it will be touched by it. So well done. And again, that is you're flying the flag for all the divine masculine, male and females to let that pour out of you, because basically writing poems is a huge thing I always get for masculine energy, because in that other deck I always pull out the poet. So, and like I said, I've just briefly touched on it because that wasn't I mean, I haven't done that for 10 years. Like that was 10 years ago I done that, literally this year, and I've never done it again. In fact, was it 10? No, it was 11 years ago. I wrote both those poems in the same year, and I've never done it again. Oh no, I tell a lie. I did write a poem. I wrote a poem once. It wasn't for my twin flame. It was about my twin flame. And actually, it was a couple of years ago. It was when my auntie got me a Zoom thing, and I'd done it as part of that. And I filmed a whole video about this, and then I didn't publish it in the membership, and I didn't publish it. I definitely didn't put it in public. But when I mention it, I sometimes think I think I will. If I remember, I'll put it in the membership. I'll need to watch it first. I didn't watch it back. But what I do remember, so this is going to be relevant, I did get upset because what happened was the person that was holding it closed it down before everyone else got to share and I didn't. And I do feel there was a little bit, it was a wee bit of a dimming of the light situation, a little bit. I felt, whether it was intentional or not, it felt, my inner child felt quite hurt. So it's a little bit like that card, you know what I mean? Like that was a vulnerable part of me that I wanted to share something I'd wrote about a massive part of me being a twin flame healer. And I didn't get a fucking share it with anyone. That's quite sad. Sorry, I'm just giving myself some fucking empathy there. But anyway, it's really not that deep. I don't like that saying. It's not that deep. I didn't think, but that did happen. But the point being is, this shit can come from nowhere because that's how it was for me. I don't know if that's it. I mean, I do feel that is because I did see that bit when you've wrote the email. I remember reading something like, this stuff doesn't normally happen. So I'm just going, whatever you said something like that. And I was laughing because that's how it felt when I done that. But go with it, you know? You might just do it this once and then it never happens again for 5 years, or it might be a regular thing. And that's, who knows how that stuff's going to awaken in you. But again, homing in on that, people, it's not a coincidence that I literally just sent Renee that video, which isn't, that's why I say it isn't just a reading, it's channeling, clearing, healing energy. And look what it's cleared something enough for that to come out of the blue. And I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for you, Renee, sharing that with me and then coming on here and saying, and then just proud of you for doing that. So, because it will connect with people. So, oh my God, I can't scroll back. And I'm also, by the way, and hello, Barbie. Barbie, have you saw that we actually now have got brandy? Like, I'm not shitting you. So I felt, I'm not getting the ins and outs of everything, right? But I was like, I've connected with brandy elsewhere, because actually, I'm just going to say that for people now. For some people that might know what I'm talking about when I say that, it's just kind of like, yeah, just if that is any of you that you know what that is about, if you just sort of send maybe email, right? And because I'm very, just to keep privacy, like my privacy, and for other people, just whatever. But so I'm just sort of saying that because if people have left comments recently and it's anything that I'm kind of like, and it's nothing bad or anything like that, but it's just anyone will know what that means basically. But yeah, it's really funny. Like I've connected with Brandy before online, and so I kept thinking that whenever I saw your name, but it was just, but I feel it was clairvoyantly. I felt Brandy would be guided here, so I felt it, because I connect with past, present, future, and then so it's just so funny, like. It's just really funny. I find it hilarious that I kept calling you Brandy, and now we've actually got a Brandy. And it was the Brandy that I'd connected with before, so it's just really, really funny. And also because the day that she spoke on the live, I think were you not? Oh no, you weren't there, or were you there? Oh, hello, Beck. Oh fuck, you're now all arriving when I'm. Shit. Okay, well, if I get really into this, please somebody go and tell me to turn off the slow cooker like in the next 30 minutes. I think I'll get away with. But yeah, on the day that Brandy found the live stream, it just so happens that singer that I had found and watched a couple of her videos, who's absolutely fucking amazing, that's Brandy's favourite singer. And so that's just the hilariousness of being a medium, that they guided me to somebody's favourite singer on the day that they. Well, I don't think it was the day that she found me, but the day she spoke in here. Why is this stuck? Sorry, everything's fucking me off. Like, if you watch this from the start, when you watch the replay, everything was annoying me. So that could be what's happening to some of yous, but it's getting stuck. Too many bees. I know. Oh my God, we're Barbieing it up, we're Becking it up, we're blissfully Reneeing it up. Although Renee's Renee, but you know, you have got the B at the start, but that's hilarious. But yeah, anyway, so going back to this a little bit, wait a minute. But that was good timing. So happy I caught your live. I'm glad you've caught it too. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, probably longer before. But yes, again, once again, you should be very proud of yourself, Renee. I'm very proud of you. I always feel weird saying that to people older than me, but because I speak to people's inner childs, I feel that that will land in the way it's intended. That red is gorgeous on you in capital letters. Thank you very much. I do like this top. I got in the sale as well. It was like next to nothing, but I do love it. Feels like I'm channeling my Sandy Grease vibes, you know, like my mum was doing at the weekend, except she was more giving it Rizzo vibes. So, although I do know in the film the top is black, the heels are red. I know that. Continuity is everything, and paying attention to detail. But anyway, hoping to help others see what they carry. Absolutely. Yeah, out the blue, riding the wave. Good, go with it. Hey guys, oh my god, my day. You channeled her. Hey bit. Oh right, you're talking about Brandy. I've been called worse. It's hilarious, right? So you never cease to amaze me with the synchronicities. Yes, again, it's not me. It's God, the guides, loved ones in spirit doing it through me. Same here. Today has been bang, bang, bang from fucking everywhere. It's like it's not often I get overwhelmed with synchronicities because it hits me 24/7, but I am actually quite overwhelmed with it today. There's lots have happened today. So good, bad, and all sorts. So kind of like you don't quite know, you know what I mean? That's kind of the energy. But yeah. But now to get into romantically, let go of what could have been. Grief often hides in the story of what didn't happen. Release the almost and return to the now. That reminds me of a dance song. You were almost mine. I don't know the rest of it. So that's all you're getting. But there's a wee dance song that's like, you were mine. I think it's self explanatory. So let go of if you feel like you could have been something with this person that didn't happen for whatever reason, their own fear, being too young, being pulled away by karmic people. Karmic people aren't bad, by the way. They're just other people in the path. I mean, sometimes they are bad, let's be honest, but it's kind of like, you know, it just didn't happen, you know. So this person was almost yours, or you were almost something, it didn't happen. Let it go. It hasn't happened, it didn't happen for a reason. And either it didn't happen for a reason because it's not meant to, that would be where it's karmic. But for some of you, it didn't happen when it was meant to at the time because it wasn't meant to, and it's meant to come back around now. So have the wisdom to know who's who with all that equation. But also, like I said, this is also people grieving for recent loss, for specifically family. And for some of you, like that could be, you know, it's not recent, but you're going through it. Oh yeah, because that's why I just said that. Like I'm not getting into it because like obviously if things have been enough for me to almost burst into tears a couple of times today, they use my own stuff for that to happen, and then they do it on the live too. And on an Aries full moon, on an Aries almost full moon, oh yeah, because it's almost the full moon too, because it's still a few hours away. Um, so there's this feeling of almost so close, but it didn't happen, you know. So this I could be channeling the groups of masculine right now that are like that person was almost mine. And what if they're never going to be mine now? Oh my god, this is a bit sad, but that is what I'm feeling. What if like I missed the opportunity? What if I missed the boat? Um, right, I think we need those cards, don't we? But that is the card I showed at the start. You know, trauma, flashback, side effects. It's like the suppressed emotions, repressed emotion, all coming up to the top. Sorry, repressed, suppressed. I'm always like, you know, I always get confused about the meaning for each, so I just say both. But it's and when I watched Inside Out too, because there is a difference. In fact, you know what? Let's learn to get let's read together. I just always forget. Because there is a specific difference, right? I think it's like one's what it, basically I know it is for a Google it. One is that you've consciously pushed the feelings down. The other one is you've subconsciously. So suppressed. Oh fuck off! Wait a minute. suppressed feeling, but in Inside Out too, there is a funny bit just to lighten the mood a little bit. There's a funny bit. I wasn't really paying that much attention, but when the emotions jump in the bottle or they get put in the bottle and they're like, we're suppressed emotions. And it is quite funny, do you know what I mean? Because they're like, it is just quite funny. I love Inside Out, the first one, and so I really wanted to see that second one. I'm going to have to watch it properly because I didn't even see the ending because my mum and dad came home from their wild night out. They weren't even out that long, but like yeah, and it was about denial and stuff like that too. But anyway, let's see. So just repressed feelings. Suppressed feelings are emotions that are intentionally or unintentionally blocked from consciousness, often leading to stress, anxiety, depression, and physical health problems like high blood pressure, digestive issues. While suppression can provide temporary relief, it doesn't make feelings disappear. That's why they bob back up to the surface with a fucking brutal bang. You know, they come back up to the surface. If you've ever seen these, like I remember, what's that woman? I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember her name, but you'll know who I mean because she's got a book now. She went viral in the pandemic. The blonde woman. If, if you don't know who I mean, I'll try and actually find the shorts. It was a TikTok where she made a shorts, but basically she done, and there was loads of other people done it too. But she jumped on a bandwagon, and it was like, you know, she pushed a balloon in the water and it bobs back, and it's just basically that's what happens when you push feelings down. They're not, so it's like if you fall in love with someone, you push it down, it's going to pop up at some point. But some people are really good at keeping ignoring it. But they can resurface as physical symptoms, addictive behaviors, or intense emotional reactions. To manage suppressed feelings, you can try journaling, talking to a trusted person like myself, if you're led to, practicing mindfulness, or seeking professional help. Right. So what it means to suppress feelings, it's an active process. You try to push away uncomfortable thoughts, feelings, and memories, often to avoid their impact and make sense to them. It can be temporary. Repressed feelings are different. Yeah, so here's the difference. Repression is an unconscious process where painful feelings are pushed out the awareness and forgotten, often to protect the mind. So that's actually that repressed more reminds me of like childhood trauma. So say something has happened as a child that you don't want to remember, your brain is doing that to protect yourself. But or you could see it from a soul perspective, your inner child has like cut itself off. It's disassociation to protect itself. It was also 11/11 as I was saying that. But it doesn't need to be as your inner child. It could be like a teen. Like I can think of things that's happened as a teenager that I would rather, you know, that I've cut myself out, and then I've actually had to do, like I've cut the memories off, and then I've actually had to do a lot of soul retrieval to get back the parts of me, because that's, oh yeah, this is actually really, this is good teaching, because right, so for instance, to pick on Renee because she put herself in the spotlight because she obviously didn't mind sharing it, and it's kind of like that is why, you know, that review, like I did put that in the community tab, like when like so Renee, so like Renee's done a few, you've not done loads with me, you know what I mean? Like Renee's only had 2 Zooms, right? She's in the membership, full transparency, but and you've only been part of the channel not even a year, eh? Because you found me. Oh my god, Renee, this is too much maths. It's too much maths. When did you find me? Was it like, was it before my birthday or after? Was it before April or after? Anyway, I know that it's less than a year, but the point being, Renee has had, you know, the big Zoom that everyone has, the first one, and then she's had another one. Does it? Oh, you did find me. All right, it was December, right? So you found me in December, right? And it was shortly after her dad had passed. So unfortunately, that could connect with what I was saying there too. Because her dad helped her find me, us, not just me, right? On the Wolf Moon, as I've conveniently got this here. And actually, this is your card. And actually, this card really makes sense of what's happened to you. This, when I read this, this is going to freak you out. Because I'm reading this for Renee, but I'm reading this for everyone because it's relevant to this full moon and what could be happening to you. Or be prepared because it's big energy. It's like what's just happened to you. Um, you found me before. What? Oh, right. I did not know that. I thought you found. I thought you found me after your dad passed. Oh my god! Wow, Renee, that is. I'm so glad you've clarified that. That's going to make me cry. I didn't know that. I thought your dad had guided you to me after he died, but Renee's saying he guided her to this channel to prepare her for his passing. Shit, that makes so much sense. Wow, that is really. So it was just a week or two before her dad died. So again, unfortunately, guys, this is whether you see it's unfortunately or fortunately, if that's going to happen anyway, because it's all going to happen to us at some point. Um, that can happen a lot because I'm a death doula as well. It's like the Nanny McPhee thing. If your guides and your loved ones in spirit see that someone is going to pass soon, like it's quite common that if I'm on your radar online or offline, even if it's like Renee, she hadn't found me, it's very close like that. It's like because if you're going to need that support, whatever age you are, your inner child, they'll guide you to soul family. So that's really God, that's I totally didn't that's amazing. Um but um yeah. See what I mean? I'm getting so overwhelmed with all the messages that are coming in. I'm feeling so many people in spirit coming through for people. And like I said, some of it is really recent. And that's just, I'm not going with those messages right now because it feels too soon. So I'll be able to give that message personally to if I get any big sort of stuff coming through. He knew I was going to need another wolf eye, not just another one. There's fucking tons of us here. The wolf pack. And the wolf pack always reminds me of the hangover as well. Whenever I say it's like, and also I do feel so. I'm jumping, guys. If you're people that are here all the time, get this. If you're new, I'm either going to be your cup of tea or not, and that is very Aries full moon. I don't claim to be everyone's cup of tea. I'd rather be somebody's shot of whiskey and everyone's cup of tea, right? But for everyone else, you know the score. I'm jumping all over the place here because I'm talking in the chat, and then some of you are saying things that help me to trigger something in a good way to remind me of things. Because now it's reminding me of in The Hangover, one of the later ones, when Alan's like, "It's time for me to leave the wolf pack. I want to be with my soulmate." You know what I mean? Like it's something like that. So I feel this is like some divine masculines that are like basically. So I don't know that they would say, but something along those lines. They like this isn't. I'm not whatever I was finding freedom and fun and wanting to do my own thing. Like now, I want to be with them. And it's not a kind of like you either get to be with your friends or you be with your soulmate or you be with your twin flame. It's not like that. But I feel for some of the people I'm picking up on, it might be because it might be that this might be some people that were holding you back. It doesn't need to be that. It could be because in that it's just kind of like it's not that. Now I want to see if that your reunion is imminent comes out again because I'm almost you can't see me, but I'm actually shaking and I'm not cold. It's just a lot of energy. Apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. I feel this is a lot of masculines preparing to come in with honest communication. Well, fuck off. All the cards I've pulled, sorry. Not fuck off to that. Fuck off because I dropped some cards. Oh, God. And for anyone that has had a recent loss, if anyone's watching live or on replay, you're in my prayers, whether I know about it or not, but I know about some. So forgiveness, yeah, look, this is apology energy. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, imagine. And there's nothing like hearing of a death that kind of slaps back that down to reality, doesn't it? Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So you could be feeling pretty vulnerable because that woman's naked with her tats out. Oh, so I better not show too much of it. But you could be spending time on your own. You don't need to be a naked woman. You could be a naked man. Sorry, now I'm laughing because it reminds me some. It reminds me of like just it just reminds me of drawings my niece sometimes draw. I'm like, why every time my niece draws a picture of me with someone, why is the man always naked? And I'm like, God, she really is psychic because I definitely saw him with no clothes on more than I did. Anyway, so acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which we can't be under control. So I've already said there's a lot about releasing control. Right, wait a minute. I need to catch up with the comments, but that was quite funny. But it's true, honestly. It's maybe not quite naked, but she always draws a guy that's like, not wearing very much. And like I'll be wearing and I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, you know, is she like seeing how I don't know. Right, so um she's her gift is prophetic drawings, and I'm not even kidding. By the way, she does. I do believe a lot. I've kept things that she's drawn me, and I'm like, what the fuck? But some so much so some of them are now so old that they're fading. But like that, there was a little girl. I've told stories about this little girl for the past 10 years. So she's not a little girl. That fuck, actually, what age? That's crazy to think. What? My God, that little girl will be like a teenager now. I've no idea what I can't. It's too much maths for me right now. That's overwhelming too. But my I'm not being funny, but that little girl that I looked after in a nursery, she might be fucking blowing up TikTok right now as a fucking psychic or something because she was very connected to the moon. And therefore, she felt very connected to me without me knowing what I was like. And she would go into great detail about I remember her once teaching me about the phases of the moon. She was teaching me about the waxing, the waning, the full moon, of it, and I was just kind of like, it was kind of fat, but she used to draw prophetic drawings all the time too. I've had a lot of kids in all the nurseries I've worked in do stuff like that. Um, right, so because if for those of you who don't know, I've my background is in working with children, nurseries, children's cancer ward, schools. I was a school counsellor. Oh, this is relevant because Aries is the child as well, so that's why this is coming in. And I can actually, I do healing for children too, where it's appropriate, as in if you're a client and then you're going to be there to oversee it. Um, I'll put some of them in the comments after. Right, so um, I've been called worse. That's funny. I didn't see that before. The moon is super pretty, by the way. Yeah, I can't see it right now. I can't see it, but I trust you. It was yesterday when I was it last night? No, Saturday night when I was leaving my mum and dad's. I wish you could channel my very close friends that passed. I still haven't got closure. Been on my heart today. Well, again, Brandy, there's every chance. Oh my god, I've done it. That's hilarious. Barbie, sorry, Barbie. If Brandy comes, it's going to make it even funnier. When you are on it together, that's going to be really funny. But Barbie, there's every chance I will, but just don't give me details about them. So I know that you're very close friend, but don't tell me anything about it. Don't never feed the medium, whether it's me or anyone else. So don't tell me their names. Don't tell me. You can tell me once I give you stuff. You can confirm it. Otherwise, that's just fucking annoying if people don't confirm it back. But don't tell me then. Be patient because every mediumship Monday I do, it's a ritual, a good ritual that we're doing this every Monday. So, and actually, I had planned to channel out the few Mondays I'm not going to be here. So I'd wanted to just meditate and then slowly do it, but that didn't happen. I'm in too fast of an energy, so I feel I'll do that in a couple of days when I'm more zen. And I'll keep speaking to them, and I'm sure I will bring them through at some point. But I've been able to channel a couple of times, but not when I want to or who I want. It's just happened, and it was that's because you release control though, and that because you're a Scorpio, that could be a big lesson. You know what I mean? I say that all the time that on the twin flame journey, but even as releasing control is a big one. Personally speaking, for me, with the actual twin flame journey, releasing control has been a huge thing for me. And he's my biggest teacher of that because doesn't look like anyone's telling him what to do, put it that way. But again, that's because nobody's telling me what to do either. He is my twin flame. But moving on. But and I believe, I suspect letting go of control will be the same thing for him too. Because we can't, you can't control what the other person does and you shouldn't want to. And that's what the karmic people teach you because they do try to control you, whoever they are in your life. My friend was supposed to be with me. On a side note, I really want to go on a few dates. Been talking to a few lovely guys. I keep getting guided to my twin. A few readers think he's going to come in very soon. It's annoying fuck. Yeah, but the thing is, Beck, I would take that with a pinch of salt. You know what I mean? Like, because remember, like, because from my perspective on it is I pick up on your strong connection, but, and this is a big but, because I know that you've only been awakened on the journey not so long, even if he does come into your life quite soon, that isn't a union. Um, it would be a reunion, you know, it would be a meeting them again. So you've got to stay grounded with that. And anybody that is reading any type of energy is past, present, and future. So you know, nobody can actually know that it's. How do they know it's very soon? It's like even that card that might come out when I shuffle these. Your reunion is imminent. I always say, look, the cards are saying it's imminent, but I've been pulling out these cards for years now. Someone at least at some point when they watch it. Mostly, I would say not people in real time. It will happen to them. It does happen to. I've known people that it has happened to, but it's ones they've saw that have popped up ages after I'd done it. Actually, one of my friends I was talking to today, I remember, I'll put that in the comments actually. I remember her writing a review, and it was like she saw one from 2 months prior to the day of when she saw it, but it was exactly 2 months to the day. And she felt, you know, she felt all the tingling and the healing on, like she got the healing that she needed from something I'd done 2 months before. But that's just that could have been 2 years before. It might have been. I think it was only 2 months. I don't think it was 2 years before. But you know what I'm saying. So I get you because I've been through that part of the journey, and it's not anybody reading the energy's fault. It's and it's certainly not your fault. It's you've got this is why you've got to take personal responsibility, and it's general readings. But even if it's someone like homed in on you, like what I do in the chart, that's what I always say. Who knows when this is going to happen? Let go, live your life. You know what I mean? It's annoying. Like I said, I'm just acknowledging it is annoying. It's why I don't. I'm not going to say I don't watch anyone, but I don't watch many people. I don't. There's nobody that I watch all their stuff. Put it that way. There's people that I will watch. Some people I'll watch just for their short. Some people I'll watch live streams. Some people, it'll be like pre-recorded ones. But there's nobody that I watch all of their stuff. Like you know what I mean? It's just what I'm guided to watch. And when it's few and far between if it's Twinflame because I'm over it. In a good way though, do you know what I mean? Like I know where I'm at with Matt with on the journey, and I just it just annoys me because it's like what you're saying. It's like you know what I mean. I've had enough of it because yeah, it's definitely where I'm at in my chart. So you know, my vision was we were in heaven getting married, and he was waiting on me. I had a vision. Whoa, that's really deep. That actually feels like something I channeled earlier for the collective. So that'll be interesting how you connect with that. October, November is my time of year. I want to be out. Well, you go out. It's your birthday soon. Also, I've just read your messages, Barbie. That's so sad. Yes, that is sad. Losing people actually sucks. Yes. I found you December. Right. Okay. I read this bit. That's right. Guided me. That is so special though that he guided you to. I lost the closest people in my life. No closure. I'm so sorry, Barbie. That is sad. Want closure and peace. I think about them all the time. He knew I was going to. Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. I've read that bit. Yes, I needed my pat. I said I was a wolf too. You're definitely helping me elevate. Yes, there's a lot about ascension today. That was the first card. Good, I'm glad. I've got the pack. I'll never leave. Yes. Feck, I'm meant to draw, aren't I? Yes, you are meant to draw. You are. And by the way, can I just assume, email me actually? I'm going to assume we're not connecting soon because I've not heard. Because I know I remembered you'd said something about maybe wanting to do that. But again, if you do, I can. But I'm just checking because I would need to mentally prepare. Otherwise, just whenever you're guided to. Just sent you a pic of my next tattoo. Lovely. Oh yes. Oh God, I meant to send you a picture. I'll just show you now on my phone. I've been seeing crescent moons everywhere since you said that because the crescent moons. It's not one of my big signs, but it is a specific sign for me about something. And it reminded me when you said that, and then I realised that my bath mat just now has got a crescent moon on it, so it's nothing too exciting. But I just wanted to show you it. Wait a minute. I was going to put it in the community tab, but I may as well just. See? I'm just quickly showing you because it's like my bath mat. It was new, but it's just the. Yeah, that's a bit better. Stars and moons. And then actually, I saw a little star kids thing on the ground today. It was a sticker or something. So stars are significant. Also, can I just say Colorado's significant? So if somebody lives in Colorado that's watching, or you connect to Colorado, I'd love to know what that's about, because I mentioned Colorado. I channeled it the other day. I don't even know where it is. I don't even know anybody from there that I'm conscious of anyway. But I will have some people in Colorado. But I really couldn't even really tell you where. But then look what I saw when I was like online last night. I don't know, it was last night or the other night. Look, Colorado. It's a jumper with Colorado on it. So I was like, could somebody please tell me? So either I'm channeling somebody from Colorado in the spirit world, or it's going to be for somebody in Colorado, but it's going to make sense. But right. So this group always makes you feel better and loved. We're all here for a reason. In fact, you're very welcome. I'm glad that is exactly what I endeavour to do for people. But I am going to be taking a wee rest from that for a few weeks. So don't feed the medium. Exactly. Yes. It will be, but that stuff doesn't really count. That she's not going into detail. Well, that I could see anyway. Maybe she did. It'll be when everything. Right. Okay, that's fine. I just want to double check. Don't remember what we discussed. Oh, hello, Tom. How are you doing? This is a nice surprise to find you here. Yes, welcome. This is Mediumship Monday, Tom. So it might not seem any different from any other ones, but this is where I home in on messages from loved ones and spirit. But it's a little bit different tonight because I'm kind of in a can't be arse mood. But sometimes that works. Sometimes the messages come through stronger. I also realised I was called to start wearing lightning bolt earrings after our last session. Now that's funny because people know that I love, well, you know that too. And I know that you like the old lightning bolts too. But yeah, I really do connect with the lightning bolt for many reasons. But to me, it means like Aquarius, which you are Aquarius rising, aren't you? Aquarius or Uranus energy, or just like shocks, things happening out the blue. Um, but that's cool. I think I saw like a lightning bolt on a necklace recently. I also saw a shark. I'm maybe going to buy it. It was a guy's necklace, but I was like, I want that. And it wasn't like it was in the sale. It was like fucking £2 or something. Right, still wearing them. Good. Right. Okay. So let's just check in on some of this then. So I've kind of lost track with those, but let's shuffle these again. Whatever came up with what I shuffled when all you guys arrived. What is some other karmic themes that are going on right now? What are some people going through? So I'll start to home in on it a wee bit. God, I've completely ignored that alarm again. Do you know what I'm going to have to do? If I'm going to be sitting here for another wee while, I'm going to have to, let's put, I'm going to have to, I don't know though. Nah, it's been on for, if it went off at his birthday numbers, I can't do the maths here. So it's been on for 6 hours. It's going on 7 hours. It'll be nicer. It's a slow cooker. Well, I'm talking about this timer, the timer that I ignore. But, oh yeah, I could put the sound on. Remember the sound thing? Let's use the sound so I don't. That's what I need so that I don't ignore it. But what? Imagine if you're new, people would be like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Right, 30 seconds sound. Right, because then that's annoying. I'm not going to be able to ignore it. So I've put on for 30 minutes, and what I mean is, highly unlikely I'm going to leave in 30 minutes. But I need to go and turn the slow cooker off, and I also really need a pee. I didn't expect to be here. I kind of low key I knew it was going to happen, but it does. See if even if I get off here at 2 in the morning, oh my god, I think that means I'm going to be getting off at 2 in the morning. Whenever I say that, they're not kidding. But I'm still eating the spag ball. I'm still eating it. Right, what have we got then? So give us what's the theme for clearing some karma for whoever this is for. And again, if I hadn't to pick up on loved ones and spirit while I'm doing this, I'll go with it. But I'm focused on the collective right now. Accept past choices. Accept your decisions, however imperfect. They brought you to where you are now. Let them go and move forward. Own your past. Oh my god, look at the visual. You can't read. Oh my god, sorry. I'm some of these, but I laugh out of nerves, but it's kind of like the emotions that this guy is going through on these bits of broken glass is exactly what I've channeled in this already, and that's why I got those cards that I haven't used yet. Own your past. You can't rewrite the past, but you can change how it shapes you. Embrace your choices and let them become your wisdom. Oh my god, so that's really strong. 2 cards about choices. Own your past, accept past choices. Like, there's something about personal responsibility here. There's a harsh wake up call about taking personal responsibility for a past decision that's led you to where you are now. Don't shoot the messenger. I know that I can feel the energy of that. Because it'll have been different things to different people, but let's now see what the collective masculines want to. And they do want to talk because they're pulling me at that wee thing that, you know, when you wind it up and it's a chatterbox thing. Someone's coming in with like all the feelings that they pushed down have come to the surface with this full moon. I'm so grateful for you. But it could be about how grateful they are for this connection. I don't want to keep hurting you. So again, I feel this is going to be something along the vibe of this. When my nose is itchy, if you're new, that's when the loved ones of spirit are gathering near it. And believe me, there's a lot of them. My own and yours and combination. This person stayed away because they didn't want to hurt you, but now it's like it's hurting them so much, and then it's they thought they were doing the right thing. I'm so grateful for you. No one makes me feel like you do. I feel so much regret for everything I've said and done. So I feel this person self-sabotaged, and that can come with a huge combination of things. What's springing to mind is I spoke about this in one of the videos that I'll publish tomorrow, but I caught that episode last night of Sex and the City where, and it's a really hard hitting episode, but it's the one where Samantha like goes away with her ex, and she says to the guy she's with, she says, you know, like, I'll have to tell you it for if you. I know loads of people will have seen this, but if you've not seen it, basically, she's dating this other guy, this younger other like model guy that's really lovely, and like you know it's the I would say it's the only person you see throughout all of the series her get really close to, like properly, like intimately, you know, like as in gets to know Oliver, and because she's kind of hit it and quit it, you know, she's like a female player, you know, she's a great example of that actually, but um but anyway, long story short, she breaks it off with that guy, and she's like, you know, it's not going to work. You know, it's better we call it quits now. And then it's a horrible scene. She goes off with this horrible fucking Richard guy who's not even the slightest bit nice looking. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And it's just a really graphic sex scene where, well, it's not graphic. It's just it gets across, you know, it's consensual. Don't get me wrong, but it's sad because you see her in the mirror looking ashamed and sad. So I mean, this is kind of quite intense what I'm channeling, but it can be that kind of energy of like, you know, when you're just kind of like, oh well, you know, I'm never going to be with him anyway, so I may as well just do whatever the fuck I want, and you know, I'm just gonna, you know, if I knew I was going to circle back around to them, I wouldn't kind of take these. I wouldn't make these decisions and take these actions or go near that person that's out of bounds, you know, all this kind of stuff. But when you're in that mindset of fuck it, I'm going to do what I want. I'm in selfish mode. I'm going to, you know, doesn't matter anyway. I'm never going to be with them. You know, you could imagine the decisions and the actions and the consequences kind of thing. So, but that's kind of, you know, that scene, it does wind up being like, it's poignant because she comes back down after basically getting on with the horrible guy that doesn't care about her, you know, like he'd literally get it on with anything, basically, I feel, is the energy that comes through that guy in that film. Like that's, you know, it's she comes down, but you see that's what's getting across is like she feels like, oh, we're like each other, so I'll go to him. It's karmic partners, you know. She feels that's I'm more like him, so I'll go to him. But it's so she comes down the lift, and when the lift opens, the nice guy's still sitting there, and she's like looking really ashamed, and she's like the lift door opens, and she's like she starts crying. She's like, I don't know why I'm like this. And he's like, I just stayed to make sure you were all right. And it's really sad, you know, it's all really hard hitting. So it's that kind of vibe of it's somebody that's like accepting, I don't know why I've done all of this, like, because actually I love you and I didn't want to hurt you. And I've not only hurt you, I've hurt me. I feel so much regret for everything I've said and done. So whatever you get from that, hurt, pain, forgiveness, shame, guilt, all these lovely emotions that we will release on this full moon. I'm trying to trust in divine timing. It wasn't the right timing. Someone's been healing trauma, addictions, sex addictions too, because I would say like that's her problem in that. Well, it's called Sex in the City, but you know what I mean? She's definitely got a sex addiction at some point, that and so's that horrible guy she goes off with, because she can't even fucking leave him in the room 2 minutes, and they definitely indicate that he's gonna. Sorry, I nearly said the F word, but the maid. No one makes me feel the way you do. Will you ever forgive me? I'm so scared to change. I'm making a plan to come back to you. Sorry, I can just see Barbie saying that's him. Barbie, whenever I use those cards, you think it's him. Whenever I do anything, you think it's him. It's not always him. I have to just stress, please. I worry about you saying that every single time. But it's because you've got a Scorpio moon and I've got Scorpio rising Pluto. It's going to feel like it's him every. But I don't know. Maybe it is him every time. But I don't think it's going to be him every time. Might be though. How do I know? Right. So walking in the grocery store, yes, he needs to take accountability. I want to say that the charm is the arrow or the heart, the 1 and the 2 for the twin flame. Yes, and I pulled that and earlier. I don't know if you're here when I done that. So what else do we need to know about this? So there's something obviously about past choices that people can't seem to escape, because that man is looking in the mirror, looking very and I'm saying man, this person could be a woman, this person could be your person, it could be you, but the man's like fuck my life kind of thing. He's looking dejected, or what was the other word that was coming to me? What does that mean? I mean, it's like, see, when that happens, I'm like, I do know what it means, but I need to check if you know what I mean. It's so fun when I get words that I'm like, what does this mean? Sad and depressed, dispirited. He stood in the street looking dejected. Yeah, dejected. Someone's like, why the fuck did I do that? So that example I just gave of Samantha going away to F the ugly man. Sorry. Yes, he's fucking ugly. Does anyone fancy Richard in Sex and the City? But you know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's it is a good example, actually, me saying that. Again, in kind of jest, because he's no my cup of tea. How do I know? You might be attracted to him. But it really is it's forget about looks, it's personality. Well, no, you couldn't forget about looks. Smith is hot. He's a model, he's hot. He's not even my cup of tea, but you couldn't say that isn't a good looking man, right? So it's kind of like, and he looks a bit like Brad Pitt, I suppose, but it's kind of like, so it's not even anything to do with looks, or definitely not age or anything, because the other guy's older, but the other guy's older, not particularly nice looking. I don't know about to anyone, but that's my opinion on it. And the other guy's like younger and hotter, and and she's on the older side, so it's not anything to do with that. It's worthiness, and she didn't feel worthy for the other guy, and she was going towards the pain and the hurt and what she's used to, which is being treated like a bit of meat. Whether so this is what I'm saying, whether this is a woman or a man, and this is so weird because this is the energy that came through with the video that I filmed for tomorrow, the hand one. It did, the card that came out was sex only, and then the other card that came out was unlovable. So it's definitely men and women that are having a huge awakening about, yeah, I might be able to pull, but I mean, am I pulling people that care about a lot else other than my body or the way I look, or are they actually after me for all of me? Probably not. I don't know who I'm talking to here. But yeah, so it's like, it's like turning your back on a good person for somebody that's going to shit on you, because that's what she does. But the thing is, it's not the best example because he gets it. He knows why she's doing it. But it's no excuse, you know what I mean? In a real, to give that example, it's kind of like, like you wouldn't always be on you couldn't stay on the receiving end of that, like somebody doing that to you again and again and again. Boundaries, yeah, boundaries. In the real world, if that wasn't a series I was talking about, because they're going out, remember, again, I'm going to spell it out for you. In that scene, if you've not seen it, that is her boyfriend. She says to her boyfriend, it's not working. She goes away, gets it on with somebody else, comes back down the lift, feels ashamed about herself, goes home with her boyfriend. Like her boyfriend forgives her right there and then. very rare sort of example. Is, you know, that's what I'm saying, it's an extreme one. But in the real life, if somebody done something, you'd have to have boundaries. You'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I don't deserve that. I'm not, you know, or so I don't know. Hopefully this is fucking nobody's here. But I think we could sort of tease that out to be like, this person didn't even come near you in a serious way because they didn't think they were going to be able to be loyal. But for some of you, it might be that somebody did and they, you know, something like that happened. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them, right? So what else? Imperfections. Life is a beautiful, love is a beautiful, but life too. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. I feel this is like, whoever I'm channeling here, this is a group of people being like, life isn't perfect. I'm not perfect. Neither is my twin flame. And no matter how many people I try to get under to get over this person, it's not worked. Nobody compares to them. Gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand each other. Nobody understands me like my twin flame. They were a gift that I threw in the trash. Sorry. It's sometimes hard not to laugh with it, but that is what I've heard. You know what I mean? I threw this. Ironically, I'm hearing that I threw this perfect gift in the trash. I must be channeling for one of the Americans because I don't say trash. We don't call it trash, but it's coming out as trash. And also, I threw this gift away for trash. Also, again, don't shoot the messenger. In some cases, somebody could have got into a marriage because I've just picked up wedding in reverse. Yeah, somebody could have been in so much denial they've got into like a serious commitment with someone. Yes, it was. It was because I've pulled out wedding in reverse. Now I've pulled out proposal in reverse. So it was like a false union because it was a false. Well, it was a real proposal, but it's a proposal. It turned into a wedding. It turned into a, well, maybe a divorce now because friendship. This connection's based on friendship. It may never develop into a romance, right? So either they're saying that this is some karmic things that, again, you're going to get the raw and real truth on an Aries full moon, and it's not quite full until, you know, tomorrow. But for whoever this is for, either this is, I'm looking away because I don't want to see what the chat's saying right now to not influence me, but it's like, this is either people that it's already happened. Somebody chose somebody else, they chose wrong, and complete regret, remorse, all of this that I'm feeling right now, which is horrible. Or somebody was getting pressurized into a union that didn't happen, and some people could be getting out of it before it happens. But I do feel there's a big mixed bag of all this stuff. What else? Gift in reverse. They did not feel like this other person was a gift. Felt like it was a curse. Falling fast. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. This person lost themselves in lust and went too fast and I feel as well this is someone's traumatized and cautious about getting into anything with their twin flame because of the past, which you need to heal because that isn't fair to do that to, you know, just because somebody else hurt you, it doesn't mean your twin flame's going to hurt you. So you need, if that's you, you need to go to a healer if you resonate with me or whoever. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. That person didn't deserve your trust. Whoever all the people are, men and women, those karmic people didn't deserve your trust. They shat all over your trust. And it's not right. But I bet you've learned from it. But don't keep your heart closed off, you know, forever. Apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. And again, so I'm not going to take any more from that because I feel for whoever needs to hear that, this is a group of people, they're acknowledging they chose wrong and they've had a lot of karmic debt and consequences from that. And this person's going to be coming forward with a heartfelt apology. It's not about exactly all of that. That well, we'd fucking hope it's not about exactly all of that because, you know, pretty rough if it is. Again, prayers forever, but it's kind of like, it's quite rough. It's something that somebody can't turn away from. Whatever it is, it's like there's a lot of guilt, remorse, all this sort of coming up. So That's him. It's him. It is. It sounds like yes. Well, again, if you could take the banter, I said what I said. You always think it's him, but it might be. You're just stay grounded with it. Just stay grounded with it is what I would say. And like I always say to people anyway, like I just said to Beck, even if it is him, do what I do. Take it on board and then distract yourself and do something else because this could still be a while away, like, as in years for some. Sorry, but I mean it's just true. Like that's been in my experience. But the thing is, what's weird, what's been my experience won't be a lot of your experiences because I'm one of the twins that's here to elevate you and speed things up and you know activate you. So it's activate, amplify, and awaken your clairs and your gifts and and your and your unions. So I've said that from the day dot I've done this, that which is years ago now, that there's no fairness in this. I've helped people with therapy and ongoing sessions and stuff that have come into union. Well, obviously before me because I'm not in union, but it's like so um it's what your soul's ready for, and it's got nothing to do with. In some ways, it has got a lot to do with the amount of work you've done on yourself, but in other ways, it hasn't. If you know what I mean. Like I've helped people where they get with their twin flame, but their journey is self love. So that's why they're on my radar. So they're with their twin flame, but they've got a whole load of childhood trauma and usually quite difficult family scenarios and that. And just find that they aren't finding it as easy to receive the love from their twin flame as a you know if they had have been more healed. But and the point with that is when you do heal that, your connection will get even stronger and deeper with the person you're already with, if it's your twin flame kind of thing. But actually, that's why I keep saying it. I'm open for people being led to me, whenever that starts happening, a ripple effect of people that aren't twin flames, because I can help people that aren't twin flames with a relationship with that too, because I'm like a love guru here. You know what I mean? I don't call myself that, but that is what it's like. But it's only twin flames that I usually attract, kind of thing, to help. But it's not always about the love either. It can just be about your calling. But anyway, so what have we got? Chatty Cathy tonight. So what have we got? What else? I feel you. Yeah, this person feels very connected to you. And they've always felt very connected to you, but this is different. This is like really, really conscious and can't switch off from it at all. And that's why there's going to be contact. Okay, remember that. How funny is that with what they're doing with what I just said? But again, I must stress I don't know who this is for. I don't know how many people, but for fuck's sake, if it's you, please email me and let's keep it anonymous and share with people. But soon, we will be together in the near future. Our reunion is imminent, and I'm doing what I can to be ready for you. I'm working hard on myself to be a better provider for you. I hear you call for me, and I'm coming back to you. This is my promise to you that soon we will reunite again. How soon is soon? Soon can be this year, soon could be early next year, soon could be in a couple of hours, soon could be tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? Soon is different to different people. But that all I will say is that did come out yesterday or the other day there. And it did come out the one I filmed for tomorrow too. And it has come out again even though I'm shuffling these. So something is happening soon for some people. Twin flame, yes. Twin flame soon. Wait a minute, that's a good thumbnail. And also, if this person had a tendency to dive in and out of relationships, like Samantha from Sex and the City, fuck, that was a great example. That was in reverse. It's not doing it for them because they're seeing all the twin flame signs. They know that your love is real. You could have had a memory in the rain as well. I've shared before that I kissed my twin flame in the rain for that long. My red high heels turned white. That's true. Love. And this person's feeling like this is love. So they've tried to find love elsewhere. It hasn't worked. And they're changing. And your union's protected. Daydreaming, communication. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we'll put them away just now. What other? I think we'll use some. Let's do some ancestral cards because these have been coming out a lot. Um, Healthy boundaries has come out a lot. Wounded. I'm just trying to think. What was the one? You'll see it tomorrow anyway. But oh no, was that somebody's personal? I'm getting mixed up. I did use these. You'll see it when you see it. I can't remember because I've done a personal one today and I've done a collective, and I can't remember what's what. Okay, see you later, Tom. And it was nice to see you too. Well, to see you in the chat. Right, so what have we got here? Claim your kingdom. So what I'm taking that to mean though is this is somebody is like claiming their worthiness. Like, so if this person had any type of not feeling good enough or self-worth issues, that is what happens on the twin flame journey. The feminine goes through it first, the masculine or you go through it at the same time, however it feels, but whoever you are in this equation, I feel, claim your kingdom is claim your kingdom spouse. Because to me, you might hear it different on different places, but as far as I'm concerned, kingdom spouse is the same journey as your twin flame, true twin flames. You're forever praying. When you're the divine feminine, you're forever praying for your divine masculine to see through the illusions, to see the truth of this connection, to wake up properly. You're praying for the demons to be released or whatever is like going on. So it's exact same as Kingdom Spouse, in my opinion. And from what my guides and God tell me, and also 15 is the devil. You're praying for them to be freed from the devil energy. They're not different, is the point. Start living fully, but also with that being said, and the 8th, that's Wednesday, so there's an 8 on the card. Start living fully. In order, the only way for whoever all this is speaking to, if your twin flame union is genuinely imminent, meaning around this full moon, surrounding days, even if it's like, to be honest with you, even if it's like a few weeks away, like, because I'm this full moon, then the full moon in a month, because I see 511 so many times a day, it drives me fucking nuts for years now. And the full moon in Gemini as well in December. I think that's the 4th of December. All these full moons are really important times for unions that are coming in, right? You'll see a big wave ripple effect of unions coming in. So be happy, even if it's not you, like sort of keep, being present and hold space and you're doing your bit kind of thing. But for whoever it is coming about, it's because you lived fully. If you're the divine feminine, you went from being codependent, hanging around waiting, to living your life fully. Now, please note that doesn't mean you find somebody else and move on your life in that way, because that's not the twin flame journey. It means you let go of the timing and you trust and you're present and you follow your calling and you trust with confidence that if you are following your highest timeline and your highest calling, that at some point your twin flame will mirror that, and it's an alchemical process. You know what I mean? So see the phoenix reborn, and then and again for whoever that these messages are all for, we're not far away from Scorpio season. Scorpio season comes about on the 23rd of October until the 31st of November. And so we've got an 18 on the card, so the 18 could be significant too. See the phoenix reborn. This is somebody that's went through the fires being reborn. They're different. It's everything you loved about them before, but they're different, or you're different. Rediscover you. Oh my God, it doesn't even say rediscover. 29th of October is significant too. It says discover your divine feminine. But this person's discovering their divine feminine, or you're discovering your divine feminine, as in the physical person, because you've found your own inner divine feminine within you. You've connected to your feelings. Therefore, you're gravitating to your person. See how that works with the way I channeled it? That's amazing the way that came through. Explore your relationship with your father. I cannot tell you, without going ins and outs of people's personal sessions, the unlisted that I've done, the father card came out in every single one, right? Every single one, not that one, my other deck, right? So that was 3 that I was doing, came out in all 3 of them, and it came out in the collective one for tomorrow. Not a coincidence. It's because a lot of people are going through mother healing, father healing, whether your father's alive or definitely in the spirit world. I'm just trying to think for everyone I've done them for. Unfortunately, all those dads are in the spirit world. And unfortunately today I just heard of somebody that has had a loss of a father in spirit. So people are in all different situations. But this could be, you know, healing things when your dad's here too, unless you've already went through that bit. But explore your relationship with your father. So, you know, and this is why I'm saying that I'm going to be busy when I come back after this break, because that's what many people are going through now, and you'll be going through it. Many people will be needing support with that if you're led to me. Right, okay, so let's do some of these because I haven't done some of these for ages. So my nose is really itchy. So again, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay after this, to be honest. The timer's going to go off in a minute. Right, is there anything we need to know from this deck? What else was... Nah, I think that's all I was really going to do. So. Right. Some of the examples are so thingy with what I've like, especially that one from Sex and the City. Like her character, you know. So whether we're talking about a woman or a man, it's that just extra, like fun, but too much, you know. Like too much in the sense of it's not real. Because although she has a lot of fun, there's a lot of pain there, and that's the example that I've given. Showing out, I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered, you know. So either this is what you've done or your person's done at some point, but not anymore. So this person could be hermiting right now. The distance between us kills me. Shit, I'm not even using that deck, and that just jumped in. Feeling lost. It did come out reversal. So if this person isn't acting like they feel lost and they're showing out, showing off, whatever words you want to use, because we don't say that here. Not that I'm aware of. I always say the same thing, but it's true. It's because I'm like showing out. If they're not looking like they're feeling lost, that is the truth of it. And that might start to emerge. That might start to not be able to be hidden. Or this is known that this person's feeling lost. Also, they are going through ascension, like the first card, because hot air balloons are ascension to me. There's a charm with hot air balloon. We'll see if it comes out. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's easier just to stay in silence. This person, but remember that I said the silence is killing me. This person's torn with what to do because it's got a lot to do with past decisions. They don't know how to come forward. Look, own your past. They don't know how to do that right now. Or they went, sorry, my nose is so itchy. I really needed to do that. It's not going to be very attractive, but hey, shit happens. Attention of others. And see how I said it's not going to be very attractive. This is not a very attractive trait. I'm struggling to think of anyone that would find somebody craving the attention of everyone else other than you attractive. Please tell me if I'm wrong, anyone out there. Do you find that attractive in others? I'm addicted to the attention of others. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. So either this is an addiction somebody's still battling with, like needing validated by every man and their dog, or this is something they've healed. And again, that is a real thing that I help people with, you know, because I attract many people that have got ADHD like myself. Not all of you, but trust me, it's quite a huge, vast majority, all different ages. Some of you have got a dopamine addiction. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd say that it's quite hard to find somebody that haven't got a dopamine addiction with the social media these days, especially if you've got loads of different ones. You know what I mean? It is that wee hit you get when you scroll on your timeline of whatever social media, or if you're flipping out and all of them. But you got to get a handle on that. What do you get a dopamine fix from? Because I mean, I'm just talking about a dopamine fix from social media, but some people could have a dopamine fix from harder things, you know. Thank you, Renee, for sharing. Thanks for joining. I'll email you back when I get off of here. But it wasn't the right time. So someone was healing addictions within themselves or healing trauma, and it wasn't the right time. But this is in reverse. It is the right time for some now, and that's why it's time for union for a lot of people. And this person's single, so if they did go through, if this is still connected to some of the stuff that I channeled, someone was in a serious commitment, whether it was marriage or just living with someone, or you know, whatever all the different things are, kids and people stuff. It's like this person's single now and been healing. And it is the right time because I pulled not the right time again in reverse. So you're so special. You're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough. And it's time's up because the alarm's gone off, and it's annoying because I can't. You know, look. Now, practically, we know that I put that off so that I couldn't ignore it, and I can't ignore it. See what they're doing with the channeling? But I'm turning it off because it's fucking nippy. But it's like, that is symbolic of this person can't deny that. If this person was in denial, or if you were, that they can't, they can't handle it now. Like, they need to come in to apologize, to get answers. It's a combination for lots. They need to face their fears. And that is what Aries full moon is about. Face your fears. Fear is a teacher, not a barrier. Face it head on and it will lose its power over you. Whatever you're afraid of is what you need to do. So if it's having a conversation with a karmic friend, family, lover, the conversation needs to be had. If it's having a difficult conversation with anyone in your life, the conversation needs to be had. If it's having a conversation with children, actually, too, because this is Aries is children. If it's having a conversation about, yes, I can feel as well for some people, it could be, when you have to have the horrible conversation about like splitting up with like, mums and dads splitting up and whatever. And that, it's never going to be a nice conversation, whatever age your kids are and however many you've got. But it's something that needs to be had at some point if it's an actual thing that's happening. You know what I mean? So it can be loads of different things for loads of different people here with what's coming through. But it's time's up. For whoever this resonates with, it's time is up. Time is up. This person's telling me I need to do this. And when I say this person, that's a whole lot of people that feel this energy. And believe me, it's intense. That's why I'm going to be going soon because I need a pee. I need food. I didn't want to be sitting here this late. And quite frankly, I'm over this channeling for quite some, for the next wee while. I need a holiday. And that, because that's what I mean. That's actually, I was talking to my cousin earlier and I just had to catch up with her quickly. But, probably unrealistic that I'm going to be able to do that because when you book a train this late, it's going to be pricey. But actually, I had a wee look and it's not like cheap, but it's not like totally. Anyway, but I think anyway that's that. But this is what I'm saying. Like with me saying it's like if I got like because literally if I go on holiday, it would be like a long weekend or something. But some of you need a holiday. So tune in if that's you. It's like you need a proper break away from things where you like. So for me, it's like I need to be away from my house so that I'm not. And like I said, I know for at least a short time I can do that. Like I can go to my mum and dad's and do that, and because I know that, they're at least away overnight, and it's kind of like, but so whenever you can do that, you need a holiday basically. Embrace mutual attraction, chemistry. Yeah, chemistry. This person feels a chemistry with you like they do with no other. And they keep pulling me that card over. See, I'm losing my words as well. Someone's lost her words. A lot of stuff coming up. A lot of talking. You'll know in the morning. This will make sense to someone in the morning. That soon. Because they're pulling me a card that says you'll know in the morning what to do. So it's like I know what they're saying. It's basically what I'm saying, right? Because right now, so it's 10 past midnight here, right? The full moon is I think the thing is Google will tell you different things, apps tell you different things, but it's something like 4 in the morning. I'm just gonna double check. It's saying it's 4:47, right? So that's where it is in this part of the world. So for you, it's what just before your midnight or something. So it's but whatever. It's for for wherever you are. But yeah, someone's going to be admitting how they feel. It's okay to admit errors and put things right. You see how that fits with the rest of the story. This could have been a lot for somebody to come forward and be like, "That was wrong. I wish I never hurt you. I regret what I've done. Is there any way I can make this right?" Or you need to let me make this right. I feel it's different for different people. Like some people won't give up. And again, Aries is about putting up a fight. And I want to sing Cheryl Cole. On a 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 for this love. But you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I do feel some people will be fighting for this love. And quite frankly, if somebody doesn't put up a fight for your love, are they the one? Like, eventually, if they don't put up a good fight for it, I don't know if they are the one. Forgive. The act of forgiveness releases tension, because it's like, and that's only like this, but if it's your truth and flame, they will wake up and they'll match your energy. And that's why there will be forgiveness. The act of forgiveness releases tension. And there's other things that release forgiveness. And Aries is also passion. Honesty, very honest. relationships need trust. But it's like what this, what these people are saying to me, it's like all the people that are in this energy of like remorse and guilt and whatever, waking up feeling really horrible, basically. It's like they're aware that they're going to have to be honest to build the trust and just hoping that you'll forgive them when they're honest about everything. And like to set a solid foundation, and there's just a recommendation to take it slow, like don't rush in to the tantric union kind of thing. I might have held up the card about tantric union, well, yeah, that did come out, divine union, but it doesn't mean you have the actual sexual divine union tantric thing the minute you see them, kind of thing. You know what I mean? That would be kind of hard actually if you were meeting on the Aries full moon, especially because Mars is in Scorpio too. But all jokes aside, because I'm not joking as well, it's think very carefully before you rush into stuff like that, especially if this person did have something like a sex addiction, or you did, or just you jump into things too quickly. What's the rush? If this is a forever love, take your time, kind of thing. There's time. Curiosity, learn to be curious about each other. Like, yeah, learn about each other. Yeah, but separation's coming to an end. Separation is not the end, but it is also coming to an end for some people. But if you're still in the divine separation, it's for a reason. You're going through a transformation. Enter the light out of the darkness. Yeah, oh my God, this is so crazy. That's what I channeled earlier. And that's why, to be honest, I don't think there's much more to come through. That is what I channeled in the video earlier. Like, some people are emerging out of their darkness, their dark night of soul, into the light. And now I realise why I pulled that card. It says rise above the darkness, because the rest of it is the light is here. So I'll put that in when I take the rest out. But fucking hell, that's quite intense. And it feels like it's, so sorry about that, everyone else. It does feel like it's quite streamlined at people that, this is union energy shit. So let's hope this does find people that this is going to be relevant to at least some point. And please let us know if that is you. I'll give these a wee shuffle. There's a mixed bag here. Me too. I need a holiday. Thank God I'm going to London for. Well, that's where I will be going. If I go for a small break, that's where I will be going. But I don't. If that ends up happening, that really is a fucking miracle, because it's going to end up. That's only going to be dependent on my cousin's work. But I didn't, because she couldn't. She had her daughter and she couldn't speak to me for very long. So, do you know what? That's actually hilarious. That's not that weird, is it? I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. I'm actually seriously considering going away and staying somewhere myself. Like, like for a spa day. But I'm like, that's really like, and I don't like going to fucking saunas and that too. But I'm like, there's nothing to stop me doing that. That's a bit of an expensive sort of bit. But do you know what I mean? Like, even just for a night, like just to go away, and I wouldn't want to go for tea myself though. Tough to get room service. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. That's never popped into my head like ever in my life. Like, even off it. So why is it happening right as I'm on here? But it's like, oh, wait a minute. I was gonna do that with one of my best pals, like delayed like for like our birthday, and we never done it. Maybe that's what they're trying to tell me. That would make more sense, because I wouldn't want to do that myself. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that, because it's something like I need to do something like that. Pampering myself or something. Drop the fucking ego. Yeah, that's what this full moon's about. I could just actually fucking end it now. I said it at the start. Drop the fucking ego. Like, this full moon is an ego death. If you need to have an ego death, or your ego needs to die a little bit more, please believe me, it's going to happen. Things will happen to you to make it happen. Yeah. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. That is what I demonstrate, as in, I am very vulnerable on here all the time. It's what I'm here to do. Joan of Arc codes, you know what I mean? There's nobody else out there that can do it like I do it, because they're not me. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody else that can do what you do like you because they're not you. Own it. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. As long as you're being you, don't try to be like other people because people will see through that and it'll be cringe. Be yourself. People will feel it. That's new air frequency. And guess what that attracts? Money. Make it rain. Now, guys, people would need to know me very well to know, but that's kind of funny because I did say something similar on one of the videos I filmed today too. It's like I've noticed a theme in my life right now where it's in a few different areas, but because I'm so detached and so not bothered about things, it's coming to me very easily. So that would make sense to me that that'll actually catch up to that being money for me too, like make it rain. But it's because I'm in true Empress mode. You know what I mean? But it's happening in loads of other areas of life. So that's how I know it's happening. That's coming next, and that will be in the form of obviously being booked and busy, as I fucking do deserve to be and should be, because I can help people with a lot of different skills that are not getting used. You know what I mean? It's like it's a crime. But and also when there's that many people needing help is what I mean, specifically on the twin flame journey. But you know, like I said, if I start attracting people that aren't, then I'll help you too. But that is my priority is twin flames. And I didn't choose it that way. God chose it that way. That's only people. Again, that's not been great for my bank balance all these years. Let me tell you, I don't make a secret about that. Which is again another vulnerable thing that I share. But yeah, that's for some of you. Like, you know, your money could really pick up. You're making it rain because you're being real, or you're gonna. Yeah, and they're just telling me again, this person's in a lot of regret. They're putting too many high expectations on themselves, worried that you've got high expectations, they're having sleepless nights. It's just basically this vibe of this person, or you could be this person, can't stand this anymore. So what do they need to hear from the divine feminine? Because I've needed to pee for quite a while. Just as I was typing, you came out with that message. There you go. Because it's not me, I'm just passing on the message. Right, so what have we got? What do the divine masculines need to hear? Now they're pulling me. Oh, I'm going to need to get it. I got drawn to that when I was filming a very intense one for tomorrow. Oh my god, wait a minute. Did I? Yeah, I'm just like, did I clip the. Oh no, that's not good on my bladder. Oh god, jeez. I'm wearing a bodysuit. I was just checking I'd clipped it. TMI, I know, but what does this other one say? Yes, that makes sense. I already said that. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. God, it feels like I've been punched in the bum or something. Right, there we go. There's the mic thing. Um, I didn't even walk for that long, and I'm totally feeling it. I've just not been walking that much, so it's like shit. That's what I'll be doing on my time off. I need to get out walking every day again. Right. So anyway, you can have that's for you, and you can now go where you're meant to go. So I don't know if you saw what I've done there, but I borrowed the spongy bit off of that mic to put on this mic. So this could be symbolic of, oh God, that's not very flattering, is it? Anyway, we'll fix that. But my belly is hanging over my trousers and I'm bursting on my pee. But anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, that could be like something like a destiny swap or something because I just swapped the microphones. Now it's on the original one. Fuck, that's a deep message. So if there was any kind of like somebody trying to destiny swap with you, which is a bit more of a serious thing that can happen on the twin flame journey. Like, as in, some you feel somebody's been living out something that you were meant to be living out, even if for a period of time, but sometimes it can be for years on end. That's been course corrected. The karmic people are being kicked out of the equation. However, because again, it's karma. Karma is real. If these people have not been integrity, and especially usually it's something like something if there's been any trickery or illusion or witchcraft involved, all of that comes to light. That's not everyone, so you know you'll know if that's you. I think so. This time around, I'll do things right. Please trust me again. You're constantly in my dreams. I've said that already today in this, and I said it in or was it in the collective one for tomorrow. I said something about you being in this masculine's dreams. Oh no, I think I did say it on this. Oh, I can't remember. Was it on? It's because I filmed it here. It might be the one for tomorrow. I think it was the one. If I didn't say it on this live stream, it's the one that I'll put out tomorrow. And it was it was because I'd woke up today and somebody had said, you were in my dream last night. Who is a divine masculine energy, not my divine masculine, it's a woman divine masculine. So that's how I knew it was like, the message is you've been in your divine masculine stream. So right, okay. I picked up the Mary Magdalene card, so there's a message for us here. Oh, did I shuffle these? I didn't, did I? I see right through to your soul, past your guard, and I know you know it. You're safe to be yourself with me. But you can see how that person would need to hear this if they've trusted in the wrong people or made some decisions that led to some shit situations. We talk so much telepathically, it'll feel so natural when you're really here, but quite surreal as well, I would imagine. Something you would need to ground. Oh my god, there's the one I don't like reading out. So do it fast. Please don't worry, baby. Everything's working out. Take your time to heal. You can insert your pet name. I can feel you thinking about me. I said that funny. If you expressed yourself by sending me a song, I'd love that. Now, so you might have the kind of connection where, well, it might even be like telepathically, your person's higher self sends you all these songs, all day, every day, every minute of the fucking day, if it's anything like me. But and that's not the ones I always share with you. There was loads more that came on today that I knew that it was like I was getting messages for me. But like those ones earlier, it's like his energy is helping deliver me these messages for the collective. But obviously, you know what I mean. It's hard to explain. You know what I mean. But ones that are like really, really just I don't tell you. Or it could be that this person actually, I've known some twin flames. You share playlists and shit like that, and it's, you know, however that fits. But this person might not know how to say how they feel. I feel that's maybe like people that are talking, and then you're slowly getting to know each other, and somebody like sends you a link to like a YouTube video or something, or here's a song on Spotify I like or something, and really behind that is that's how I feel about you. You know what I mean? It's that kind of indirect sort of. And for some people with the things about music, that'll have different meanings that I don't even know for you, but I can feel into it for some of you. Um, People are so jealous around us, we have to protect this sacred union and have each other's back. Yeah, so I feel that is what this group of masculines have clocked onto. Whoever it was, they couldn't see that about around them, or wherever that's relevant. It's not going to be relevant for everyone, but there usually is quite a few people. It's like why they're going to pull me. If that card comes out, I'm going to be like, what the fuck? There's a card in this deck, and that's why I always refer to. Now, I wrote these before I got that deck, but the card talks about Mary Magdalene and Jesus specifically, and how people were jealous of their union. Like even people that they would have thought would have been happy for them, and it's because they were so illuminated in their love. It created jealousy. So unfortunately, it's one of the not so nice bits about this. In fact, that is that card. So I didn't shuffle, but that is that card. I just looked down that. So I'm going to shuffle, but it's that card. So that's I knew when I was saying it. I knew it. So yeah, true love cannot hide. So this is so annoying because I'm like, what did I use for the thumbnail? There's loads of good ones. What was the other good ones? But that goes with the red top though. Oh yeah, shit. This isn't just Aries full moon. I bet you that is Mary Magdalene vibes too with the red. Yeah. So, but yeah, this card I'll read it because and then I'm going to end it now. Like I can feel that's the message. It's like for people that are about to come into union. So it doesn't mean that those of you that's highly unlikely, because how far you're on the journey. Um, just now anyway, if you're not following your calling and you're not facing your feet and you're not doing all of that, it's not your union yet, okay? Right? And it doesn't mean you might not see, like I said, you could see them, but it's a reunion, and it's to encourage you to, right, we've given you a little taster. Now please get on with your own shit, and we'll bring you back together when it's divine time, when you've done what we want you to do, kind of thing. But for other people, if you have been following your calling for a while and your twin flame has caught up and they're, healing themselves and putting up boundaries and, you know, like balancing their masculine and feminine energy and all the things that you need to do, that's about to come about. Or for some of you might already be in it. And the 19th of October could be really significant too. But yeah, true love cannot hide. So, like I said, it's not a coincidence. And then the sacred vow, divine commitment, I've just opened it up at. So yeah, for some reason, Halloween, anywhere from like the 27th to the 31st of this month, keeps sticking out big time as being released. So basically, Scorpio season is really significant, which makes sense to me because Scorpio is 8th house, which is sexual union. So there'll be a lot of sexual tantric unions shaking the world. But right. So thank you for joining me. And like I said, even if this wasn't yours, because it can't be everyone's, there'll be bits and bobs of it you can take. But really, it was just to come and hang you for one last wee whatever I've got energy for. And as you can see, my energy is just uh it's just it is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna judge it. It's like I wanted to have an abundance of energy today to get loads of filming done. And I did get a lot of filming done. It's just ironic it was a lot of filming with the hands. Um and then I filmed literally one video, which is annoying me for tomorrow. But I think what I'm actually gonna do is when I get off of here, I'm gonna go and I need to do a pee more than anything, but I'm gonna go and pee, and then I'm either gonna eat the spaghetti bolognese and then do some more fit. But who can be fucking arsed doing this at this time? I think when I finish it, oh hello piano, I'm just leaving. I think what I might actually, how are you doing? I think what I might actually do is film another few quick like 5 minute ones, just so that I don't feel like it's not a waste of time, but it's just a bit of annoying. It's just annoying. Um, but I might not even do that. There's something about just surrender. But anyway, I'm going to before I surrender, I'm going to read this. So, right, true love cannot hide. Desert Rose. To keep your love secret will be difficult. Like the rare desert rose, people will see it and sense it. Go pee and eat, exactly. Some will share your joy, and others will be unable to overcome their shortcoming to be happy for you. So I know that you're all intelligent enough to know what that means, but to really spell it out, what it means is don't be naive and think if you're in this collective and think that you can tell people that are closely around you, whether it's friends and family, and they're not going to be jealous. I'm not saying every person's going to be jealous, but you'll be surprised. Like, you don't know how happy people really are in their own relationships. So these connections are not, this is twin flame relationships, aren't just any relationship. Like, keep it quiet for a while, is what the message is. In legend, the most beautiful rose in the world lies in the desert. It is rarely seen, but has a mesmerizing aroma that draws those who are lost in the wilderness and have given up all hope. This rose is believed to be a sign from God. No matter how exhausted you are, beholding the roses, and then look, it's quite funny that I'm exhausted. Beholding the rose's incredible beauty and experiencing its intoxicating aroma will replenish your strength. You'll be led out the desert and out of danger. This is the power of love. It can inspire, restore, heal, and lift your vibration to the highest levels of existence. So funny that I started this off talking about the fucking scene at the end of Grease where they fly off in the car. Honestly, I'm telling you, if you get the banter, I knew when my mum and dad were going to a fucking Grease sing along, that was going to be part of the message. It's so funny. It inspired, and you know, it really wasn't even my dad's coffee tea. That's all I could tell from after, but quite funny. I think my mum liked it. Good sport for dressing up, though. Do you know what I'm saying? And making the effort, but I don't think that was my dad's cup of tea. It can inspire, restore, heal, and lift your vibration to the highest levels of existence. Mary Magdalene and Yeshua would have been absolutely illuminated in this state of love. Because again, you can see that from people that are on the journey themselves. Like, I don't know how you look at me, but I also don't care. I'm sorry. I love everyone out there, whether I know you well or not, but I don't care. I love myself unconditionally because I'm looking right in the camera because I went through hell. You couldn't even imagine the depths of hell that I've went through, and I'm sure you have too. but I'm just letting you know I have as well. And your twin flame has too, and you've took each other through hell. You've guided each other through the dark. It's like that song from, and you've put each, you know what I mean? You've put each other through it, and you've went through it, and other people. It's all a mix of all of it, but it's to raise the vibration of the planet. And so, thank you if you've done that. But have a rest if you've really put some time in, because that's me, and I'm sure it's you as well. But it's from the film I can never remember the name of, but Brianna, if I can't remember, you'll remember. But the song is "We're leading each other out of the dark." I can't sing it, but it's something like, you know, it's something about after some time apart, we're leading each other out of the dark, and it's on. It's a Nicholas Sparks book. It's a film. It's got an abusive ex in it. He's a cop. Got the woman's blonde, good looking. It's got the hot guy that was married to Fergie, not married anymore. He's also in that other. What the fuck's it? Why can I never remember what that film's called? What the fuck is that film called? I really love the film and I can never remember what it's called. But this is symbolic. This is like people going through awakening, and it's like they've forgot who they really are, and you know they're remembering. But I don't think it ever comes to me when I'm live. And so one of you, Safe Haven, that's it. I knew you would get it. Lord knows why I can never remember what it's called, because it really is up there, one of my favourites. I love it, but I can never remember what it's called. How can I anchor that I'll be able to remember what it's called? I don't know. But Safe Haven, that one. And the songs that it's out of that, it's a nice song, but it's if you're on the Twin Flames journey, you'll get what if it's. I think it's just called "We're Leading Each Other." It's like a country song. Wait a minute, like maybe I need to look at some of the words. Um, we both know that's what it's called. I've channeled it tons of times on here, but it's coming up again. Um, we both know Colby Callett and Gavin DeGraw. Right, so they all say it, all the ones that made it. Once you find the one, you claim it, but you're going to have to fight. Look what I've said. When I think back, things that threw us off track, we handled like a heart attack because we didn't see the light. We know we our limitations. That's why we're strong. Now we spend some time. Now that we spent some time apart, we're leading each other out of the dark. That's the bit I was feeling. Because we both know from this moment, forget what we're scared of. Say we're never giving up. You say you'll always try to be my helping hand, try to be the one who understands. If things don't go as you planned, we're still worth it all. We both know, yeah, and then it just keeps saying the same thing. So you kind of get the gist, but also it's just reminded me that I did have things on my phone that I wanted to wee notes that I've made for now. I did actually say it in the video for tomorrow, but I feel like they want me to say it again. So, um, does I read? Yes, I'm just going to read these before I come off. He wanted to work things out supposedly, but he didn't, and I broke it off. Yes, your one's got a lot of healing to do, as everyone does. But I feel that when I've tapped in, so focus on you. I'm good. I'm tired because I'm about to take some few weeks off of clients and stuff, but I'm good, thank you. October is when I think call things off. That makes sense. If it actually works out with Mr. Guy, I'm terrified of other people finding out. I've so many enemies that might try to sabotage it. Yeah, but don't be terrified. That's why you need to stay on my radar, and I will, you know, I will have you robust for that when that time comes. But you just focus on yourself and you get drawing. That's, start there. Keep singing and drawing and following your own pursuits. And because the thing is, when everyone reunites with their true twin flame, by the time you get to that point, there's no point living in fear like that because you will have pushed through a lot of stuff to get to that point. And well, it's like anything, you know what I mean? Like you can't always be afraid of somebody running away. Like from this point of view, like the divine feminine has to trust in the masculine that they're ready. And the masculine has to trust that the feminine is going to forgive them and give them another chance. It's not always that way, but that's just what came out. That's going to resonate for the strongest collective I'm tuning into. It's all about trust and having faith, a lot of faith, because you know what I mean. You don't always know what the fuck is going on in each other's lives. Even if you think you do, you don't. Um, like basically, that nails it. So right, so I don't know that I really need to read the rest of it. I'll read the bit about the jealousy. Yeah, Mary Magdalene, yes, I've read that, but their alliance would have caused jealousies among the apostles as they could not share their bliss or know how to create it for themselves, which is why I always say, like, God, if anyone is a jealous fuck like that out there, you know, don't shame yourself for it, but like, see the shadow in you and find somebody that, if it's not me, find somebody you trust, because there's loads of beautiful people out there that can help you, your shadow. Just make sure you lurk them long enough to be like, I trust that person. And I'm very humbled and honoured that a lot of you, men and women, do trust me with your personal shit, your twin flame journey and otherwise. And I've helped a lot of people rise into the power. You know what I mean? I'm proud of that. But I had to do it for myself first, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, right, now we'll read the wee bits on the phone for I pee myself. I've got so much I have to explain to him because of all the rumours. Just the fox, like, yeah, look, I don't know about everyone, but like, you know, oh God, this is where it's like I just need to go because it's an Aries full moon. I can tell I'm going to fucking. I wouldn't say no regret, but there's a lot of things going through my head right now. Fuck knows that, you know, especially with the Mary Magdalene thing and mum fucking minute, it's like, you know, I just sometimes laugh. Like, if anybody's made up stuff about me, about whatever, I just don't, you know, I would want to hear with the popcorn. But it can go in other ways that aren't funny as well. That it's kind of like, you know, if it's like more malicious ones or that, or it's, I forgive you, anyone, whether I know you or not, but you know, you should be very careful when you're talking about people's shit and, you know, you're not being of integrity and when you don't know what's true and what is and whatever, you're making assumptions. So I know I've been in integrity and I protect myself and I protect those that I can with what's in my control, but not everything is. So let them talk. That's what I say. The real people, real lies recognize, real eyes realize real lies. People in their ego, shallow, egotistical people, shallow ego fucks. These are not the words I usually use, but it's quite funny. It's total airy. I think it's because I've been watching loads of clips of Louis Liam Capaldi, and it's like they're all really hilarious. And it's like, you know, it's just some of the things he's coming out with. But it's like I watched one, it was so random last night. It was when he was singing Niall out of One Direction, and it was just a really funny song that was just so immature, but it was funny. He was singing about women's bits and pieces. I'll not repeat it, but it was just so funny because that Niall guy, he's hot, isn't he? But he was just kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was funny. I'm sure you'll be able to find it if you Google it, but it was making me laugh. But I do serious on a serious note, I do worry for like Luis Capaldi's. I do worry about him sometimes. Like I don't know. I keep him in my prayers, you know what I mean? Because I'm just kind of like I can see the vulnerability in him. I'm sure everyone can, do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, getting a bit deep again. I used to tell him I want to be his peace and his safe space. Oh, that's nice. There will be a wet puddle on the floor. So yeah, no, I'm not going to actually piss myself. They'll suspend it for you know what I mean. You know. So, funny though. Right. What is this? Oh, that's the post. Wait a minute. Okay, so these are the wee notes I made to myself, and I did mention this in the video for tomorrow. Sorry, you're going to hear it twice if you watch that too. But the only bit I got out of Mad About the Boy, the Bridget Jones film, which was a big pile of shit. big letdown. I've been looking forward to seeing it, and it was, I don't know why, because it was really boring. But anyway, the bit that stood out to me was there's a bit where he says we're equal and opposite. You know, as Newton predicted, irresistible, and you're this force to me. So basically, somebody saying, I thought we were really different, it wouldn't work, but now I actually see you're completely irresistible to me, and I'm being pulled to you like a magnet. And then in Inside Out too, there's a really funny bit when it's I think I've already said that on this, but I'm saying it again. It's like the emotions are they're either jumping in the bottle or someone I think someone puts them in the bottle and they're like, we're suppressed emotions. Oh yeah, because that's when I googled it on here, but I did find it quite funny. Um and I didn't pay attention to the rest. And then I've said the bit about Sex and the City. I had a vision the other night there of a divine masculine stuck in a block of ice. And it was like, it's like, so again, now, again, the only way for me to describe this is when I have things like this can be symbolic of like my job as what I do here is to help divine masculine get out of whatever karmic situations they're in. So take this as it resonates for whoever. But it'll be interesting when I do catch up with somebody tomorrow, the person that said I was in their dream. That's kind of interesting that I had a dream, and then it'll be interesting how that fits with them. But anyway, what I saw was a masculine stuck in a block of ice. So it was a bit like, you know, in that film that I love that I mentioned a lot, the ones that I get mixed up. Hunter's Winter's War. Oh, fuck's sake, tell if I could remember what it's called. Winter's War, Snow White and the Huntsman. It's the second one. Um, but ironically, it's meant to be what happened before the first film. Confusing, I know. But I'm kind of giving it Snow White vibes on these colorings tonight with the hair. But it's oh, wait a minute. I think I've just said that for a reason because I did take a screenshot of it. I saw that there was another Snow White film out just now, and it stood out to me when I read the synopsis because it's just what Snow White is known for. But it's like, you know how it's jealous about that as well. Somebody that's jealous of Snow White. So take that as it resonates too, because that was kind of random when I said that, but it was just that's what stood out to me there. Because why, you know what I mean? I didn't post it and I took it, but I did take it. Wait a minute, maybe I took a picture to read it. There's a lot about jealousy though. That's what. Anyway, I'll finish the vision I had. It was just basically that a dry marshland stuck in a block of ice, and it was like I had to get an ice pick and crack it, and then it cracked it enough for the person to come out of the ice, and then get out, you know, and then clean it. But the thing is, so that's like symbolic of somebody was frozen from speaking up, or frozen with knowing what to do, or stuck in a karmic situation. But also that can be witchcraft, you know, things to do with like freezing things and all that kind of stuff, you know, like so. And that's why it's important that if that's resonating with anyone out there, that you do go to a shaman that can clear heavier black magic and stuff like that, like what I'm talking about. Because you will see a big, huge shift in your life when you do get the clearing that you need. And that can be like, you know, like, so for instance, right back at the start when Renee was talking, like, that's whenever I do energy clearing with anyone, like, witchcraft isn't just kind of what you might think it is. It can just be anywhere where somebody has spoken ill over your life, like exes or family members or jealous friends or whoever, jealous anyone. And that is what we clear that first time we talk, and then every other time that we talk. And things can come about like flourishing creativity, like what Renee shared tonight. But like loads of things like that have happened for Renee. That's why she said, you know, she doesn't want to write something. She wants to do a video. So we'll talk about that together. Either she'll come in and talk to me live. I think she'll come in and talk to me live at some point, or she'll do a video on her own and I'll put it up. But it's yeah, and not too many people ever want to do that, so that would be quite good. But it's just so that you know that can be some of you. But yeah, and then why have I wrote that? Unforeseen circumstances. Oh, I think that was about whatever confusion, illusion, spell workers went on with some of your unions. There's some things that have happened that were completely unforeseen circumstances, like to really set you back and knock you off your path and dent your confidence, like both of you, and all things like that. So it's all just sabotage, you know. But So however that will all fit. So whether it's like somebody, you know, your twin flame blindsiding you because they get with someone else when you think they were coming to you or something, or like, you know, or something happening to your twin flame from a karmic, whoever, romantic, friend, family, betrayal, you know, however it is, you know, whatever bits and bobs, unforeseen things that, you know, set you back. But again, we all learn from it. So, and then I've said the thing about the butterfly effect, didn't I? If I didn't, what's that noise? If I didn't say it on, oh, it's my top. My top's quite. It's like it's squeaky. It's like it's when I'm leaning forward. I think that's quite funny. Is it? Yeah, it's like a kind of. It's the way it's. Or is, oh no, it's the roses. Sorry, I think it's me sitting on the roses. It's something like that. I think it is. It is. It's kind of like a silky kind of. Anyway, not that ever. You never know because it never. Oh, I think that's it. And then they've just pulled me to that. Proved them wrong. But yeah, the be all and end all of that is if you are even lucky enough to be at this point, it's no lucky. It's not, luck's nothing to do with it. You've put the hard work in. So don't. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't leave it vulnerable to anybody if you even got the slightest doubt. You know what I mean? Um, go to your person in secret. That is really what the Mary Magdalene Jesus energy was all about too. It was a lot of twin flames. It's all very secretive. You know what I mean? It is clandestine in some cases, but just make sure you have integrity and you've cleared your karma before you secretly go to your twin flame, is what I would always say about it, you know. Keep your side of the street clean and all that. And if you haven't in the past, forgive yourself. Just do right now. Because nobody's perfect. Right, so let's see what comes out after saying that. I just saw Mary Magdalene, but we'll put them. Now, Ascension, that was the card I pulled at the start. And have a lovely full moon in Aries when it arrives in a few hours. Watch your temper if anger's arising in you. Be mindful of being around others that could be in that kind of energy. Find a way to release your sacred rage, your anger in a safe way. If you're having conversations, just be mindful that everything's completely and utterly exaggerated. So however you feel tomorrow could be calmed right down by the next day. So you might not want to do anything on the actual day of the full moon. But I must stress, I don't know your situation. If you're feeling it's time to speak up, speak up. Just speak up with kindness is what I would say. But some people you do need to be more assertive with. So I don't know who, if it's the karmic energies that maybe you do need to be put to say, maybe it does need a wee bit of like, you know, get to fuck energy. I don't know. But with kindness, and if people don't respect boundaries, then maybe it needs to be a bit more stronger. I don't trust people. I feel you're a safe space that I can trust. Well, yes, you're right. And like I said, there's many people that can attest to that being the truth, Barbie, but only you can be the decider of that. But all I would say is to any of you that are on the fence about a live session, you've probably missed the boat now, to be honest, unless you can find a time slot that works for me tomorrow. I'm sure I would be able to find some. If somebody does need a session tomorrow, we'll be able to find a time that works because I'm not overly fussed about getting whatever, you know, I'll film whatever I can film tomorrow, and that's it basically. Thank you, Beck. Yeah, but I will, you know, we'll blink and I'll be back. So I'll be back to sessions from the 4th of November. But that is my dad's birthday. But I think my dad's like looking after it. I don't think he can do much, you know. But again, we'll probably get a curry or something. So I don't think I'll be doing a live that night, to be honest. Unless I'm not invited for the curry. But, I think no, I don't think I'll be doing something on the 4th. I think it'll probably be the 5th, which is the actual full moon, the beaver moon. But depending on how I'm feeling But I feel I'll be raring to go. I feel I will be. That's when I planned it. But just check in with the community tab. And you can always email, but just be aware if I haven't got back to your email for a while, it's because I'm not being rude, but I don't want to have anything to do with my work. So so do email, but I might not get back to you for a while. But I think I'll probably have it. I think I might set it that there's a set day that I check my emails. But really, like the thing is, what's going to be that important anyway? Like we all need to switch on. Like if you're booking a session, it comes through, and I'll see that you've booked a session, and I'll send you the link for whenever it is. But that's not going to be until November. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I would book. Like if you are, I would book for November now, or as the closer it gets. You maybe don't need to do it now, but it really just depends. Right. So, why am I shuffling this? Let's get one for the feminine, one for the masculine, then a joint energy. What have we got for the feminine and the masculine's feminine side? We have Faith, that's Archangel Michael's twin flame. Remember this happened the other day where they kept coming out together. And that's not a coincidence that I said have faith. And I actually had to maneuver that the pillow was in the shot, by the way, because it wasn't in the shot. So that feels significant. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust in the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. So that's obviously this rise above the darkness, the light is here. See the light in the world. It's important that you do that where you can. I'm like, because well, the shadow side of Aries is Aries is about the light. It's a fire sign, right? And it's about being the light, shine your light, all this cheesy stuff. But and it's about going first, it's about being brave, it's about being a warrior, which is what I would have been teaching well, not right now. Hopefully I wouldn't have still been on it right now, but I would have been teaching that tonight had we done the workshop. But I will run the workshop in a month from now, also in an Aries moon. Actually, that's why I might not be live on the next full moon in a month. Because hopefully we run the workshop then. So definitely email me about that or just book it. Because like I said, if you book it and it doesn't go ahead, I'll send you the money back. It's easy. I just press a button and it refunds it. So might not come to you for 3 days, but I think it goes back right away. How do you know if karma is cleared? Well, the thing is, Barbie, this is a big. I can talk about that topic for ages. Karma isn't like there's constantly things that are needing to be cleared. It's not like like I've got a shamanic journey that you can start there. I've got one on the playlist about clearing karma. But it's not like a one and done thing. It's not like you listen to a shamanic journey, oh, you've cleared your karma, or you book a session with a shaman once, you've cleared your karma. Like when you truly understand soul retrieval and empowering yourself, it's an ongoing process of clearing ancestral crap, karma, healing your mother line, your father line, past lives between you and your twin flame. Joan of Arc. Now I want that for. I can't fucking believe this. That is amazing. They've blew my mind with that. But I don't know why, because they do it for me all the time. What did I say earlier? I said earlier Joan of Arc was working with the masculine because they're finding their voice. Something like that. Joan of Arc, voice of truth for the masculine. I'm telling you, they don't talk shit through me. They weren't right about going at 2 though, because I'm not staying on for another hour. Unless some of you get me talking that much that I fucking pee myself on the couch and I'm still here in an hour, I'm going at 1 because it's 5 to 1. But yeah, Joan of Arc energy is with the masculine, and that's why with the video I filmed earlier, that must have been really important because it was the only one I got to film before I done this, and it did feel more vulnerable, and it's just when they make me, I don't, you'll see when you watch it, but it really isn't. I've done way more vulnerable videos, but I can't even remember what bits I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to put that out now. But I do always end up putting it out. I do always push through my own fear because I know it's my call, it's part of my calling, and it's but that's because that is my one of my main guys is Joan of Arc, and I surely don't need to explain that one on an Aries full moon, being the highest degrees of an Aries, with Venus in Aries, with this full moon exactly conjunct my Venus in Aries. I'm an extremely divine feminine warrior goddess energy, soft and strong. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Divine masculine. But that's also feminine's masculine side as well. Speak your truth. Both speak your truth. So divine feminine, hold the light, be the light, you're surrounded by protective energy because that's Archangel Michael's twin flame. I pulled Archangel Michael in the one for tomorrow, so that they're, you know, that's interesting. I've got his twin flame, and it was him. And but yeah, speak your truth. Some masculines are really guided to speak their truth. No, it's not out already because I only filmed it and I've not even uploaded it yet, but it will be at some point. And let's get a wee joint energy. But wow, shit, wait a minute. I need to get the thumbnail now. This is all just very annoying. I wonder if anyone else gets this annoyed about thumbnails. I feel like there was one at the start that was, I think it was one of the word ones, but I think we'll go with this. What did I call it? Aries full moon, supermoon, rise above the darkness. I think I'll put Joan of Arc in the title, so I think this is what. Let's see if it's in the shot. I feel like it might have been one of the word cards. The word cards pull people in, do you know what I mean? But right, let's get the joint energy. We'll put Joan back in, and but I knew that's the energy that was in because just to stress, you know, and I can explain all this in sessions, right? Or like I said, whenever we do that power animal workshop, whenever we do one that's relevant. But oh, my makeup's under my eye, that's annoying me, and my eyes were going all over the place. But we'll just we'll just go with. My energies at my heart, like my warrior guides, are like a mixture of Joan of Arc frequency and Wonder Woman. And no, I'm not joking. Like that is my warrior guides at my, like when I done my shamanic stuff, like that came through very strongly. And it's really obvious when you know me as a person. It is really because I'm obsessed with Wonder Woman. Like even to the point where look, here's one I prepared earlier, and I didn't even mean this. Right when I was cold earlier, like when I was cutting about before I came on here, I had this Wonder Woman hoodie on. But that's because they wanted me to really invoke, like bring about that energy. Look, believe me, it's a Wonder Woman hoodie. And I've got loads of Wonder Woman. Well, I've got a few pairs of Wonder Woman pajamas. One I had to chuck in the bin because I had it for ages. But I had a Wonder Woman onesie at one point. I had to chuck that away too. But anyway, loving Wonder Woman, right? Totally my vibe. And so some of you might too. In fact, I know definitely a lot of people do. And Joan of Arc, again, self-explanatory. Look how I'm putting myself in the line. It's fucking crazy. I say all the time, if my twin flame ever gets over me doing this, then, you know, I don't know what to say after that. But if he does, then he's my twin flame. You know, we'll see how that works. Yes. If I can get over some of the stuff I feel that has been hurtful to me, I thought carefully about the words I chose there, then I'm sure he can get over me doing this and understanding that, you know, it was all for the greater good of humanity and us. Right, what's the joint energy? This will be funny what comes out now. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ascension card comes out now. But yeah, Joan of Arc frequency, Joan of Arc cards. I knew Joan of Arc was going to come out. I saw it clairvoyantly because that is Aries moon frequency. And this is not just the Aries moon, Aries full moon, Aries full moon, super moon. Boom, drop the mic energy. What have we got for the joint? It's where can you embody Joan of Arc frequency? Where do you need to speak your truth? Where do you need to hear someone else's truth? It's not always about you speaking it. Where might somebody be coming to you to speak their truth? But it's, you know, it's a bit of give and take. Joint energy. When you're ready, before I piss myself. Krishna, strong divine masculine energy. Devotion. Yeah, this is why I said this is a select group. And it's not an elite group, I must stress. It is a select group that have done the work, they're ready. So keep doing the work, right? If this isn't you. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You're loved unconditionally. It's not a coincidence. Something very similar was said to me recently, like basically along the lines of like, well done. You've put in the work. Like, do you mean it's like that's either going to resonate or it's not. Like you feel, you know, some kind of rewards coming. Now it might not be your twin flame physically manifesting that way. It's other stuff. It's like what I said. Like I am noticing an increase in several areas of my life and just attracting people and things into my life without even fucking trying. It's a good sign. And it's because you're not giving a fuck. Ironically, we all know this. It is because you've detached. You know what I mean? Like when you're not needing it and you're not desperate, that frees up energy and it, you know, especially with twin flames. So trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You're loved unconditionally. You're both loved unconditionally wherever you're at, and you're good enough. Because the thing is, your true twin flame, they should teach you you're lovable as you are. Because think about it, if it's your true twin flame, like they have loved you however you were, even if you were judging yourself really harshly. Because it's like, you know, that's just how it is. But with the added now, my like your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged in and out. Like that's always my sign. A that I need to go for obvious, but sometimes I just plug the thing in, but I'm not doing that. But it's also like about someone's unplugging from the matrix. Love and hope. Love and acceptance, hope. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choosing love and thoughts. Like choose love and thoughts about yourself. Speak to yourself with kindness. Speak extra brownie points if you can look in the mirror and say, I love you unconditionally. I love you unconditionally. Like you as in Claire. Because you've went through hell. And I think it's brave what you do here. And I've had quite a few people say that to me recently. I've been doing this for years, but it's like, you know, new people that are being drawn, like, you know, but you say that to yourself with whatever it is your thing is. Commander Ashtar, call to action. I feel that's got a lot to do with all that Atlas shit. You know what I mean? Atlas, whatever. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. But it is time to walk your talk, and that's a lot for the masculine. It's time to walk your talk. Shine your light. It's the feminine went first. It's now time for the masculine. Oh my god, that's an intense message, isn't it? So, and then it went to 9% battery. So the ninth could be significant on the what? That's Thursday. But anyway, it's also we're in a 9 year. It's ending. So there's major karmic cycles ending for a lot of twin flames, and that's why all these full moons for the rest of the year. There's going to be a big ripple effect of people coming into union. But yes. Oh no, do you know what we need to do? We didn't do the charms. Well, we done a bit of them, but let's. So, how are we going to end this? Oh, loving the noise. Let's do some for the feminine first, masculine, feminine side. Oh, oh, I nearly spilled all the charms all over my crotch, basically. Yes, black magic has tried to stop you. Protect your energy big time at Halloween. Notice I won't be working and I won't be around loads of people. I'll be hermiting. That's for a reason. When my soul chose to come in when it did. At the Joan of Arc frequency, the last of degrees of Aries. You might be single, so you're able to starfish the bed. Enjoy it. That's what I'll be doing. Especially now that I actually sleep in my bed. Yes, the arrows of love are coming for you. Do you know in Sagittarius? It's a new beginning. Did you just say got to do the charms before I got them? Or did you just say it after I got them? Um, the eagle has landed. Oh, we've not had this one. I don't remember getting an eagle at any point. The eagle has landed. The eagle has landed. I feel that some divine masculines coming in to land whenever this resonates, whether that's you or them. Fairy energy, you could feel close to fairy energy. You could randomly be into sewing because here's a little mini sewing machine. That's so funny. I pulled that like was it earlier today or yesterday? Like when I was just in there just for shits and giggles. I'm like, I'm just gonna pull out each chart. And I was like, oh, and I think it was like, you know, something's been sewn back together. You know what I mean? And then there's another wee bat because that's how much fucking shitty energy there is. Protect your energy. After. Right, got to do the charms. Yeah. Yes, I know you appreciate the charms. Quite a lot of people are loving. I'm loving the charms. See, I'm just gonna be sitting playing with the charms when I'm not on here. Do this. Right. What have we got for the masculine? Let's see how many doublers we got. Oh my god, that's quite a lot. Oh shit, I didn't put them back. Wait a minute, I need to do it again. I didn't put those. Masculine. What's this randomness? Ah, unicorn. The masculine now sees that they're a unicorn too. They have taken you off the pedestal. You're on the pedestal to some extent because they are in awe of you doing your thing. But I feel what they're saying is they're ready to do their thing alongside you. For who this makes sense to. Oh, I like that. You know, they're seeing you as an equal. And they are in their feelings. Or you are. Moon. Fine feminine. Also crescent moon. We spoke about that at start. significant to some of you. Well, I looked down. I didn't want to look down, but wait a minute. The wheel of destiny and fate is turning. I'm getting sick of saying that, but the wheels keep coming out. Luck's changing. Expect a miracle. Beware of flying monkeys, divine masculine on your side. Google the term flying monkeys if you don't know what it means. In fact, let's read it out. Some people won't know what it means. But basically, it's gossips. People that. Yeah, flying monkeys. Meaning. Flying monkeys refers to people manipulated by a narcissist or abusive person to do their dirty work for them, such as spreading lies, gossiping, witchcraft, or gaslighting others to damage a victim's reputation for life or life. This term originates from the Wizard of Oz, where the Wicked Witch sends her monkeys. Well, it actually doesn't originate from that, for fuck's sake. Or does it? Maybe it does from the. Actually, I take that back. Maybe it does from the original. But from those of you that have watched the more recent one, from the Wizard of Oz, where the Wicked Witch sends her monkeys to carry out her commands. Flying monkeys can be unaware of the narcissist manipulation, or they may be complicit in the abuse, often driven by their own needs or fear. So yeah, so actually it does. It does come from the original 1929 film. I didn't know that. Characteristics of flying monkeys: manipulation. They're manipulated by the narcissist, who uses various tactics like love bombing, gaslighting to gain their loyalty. So this could be karmic energies. Well, this is karmic energies around the masculine, whether it's romantic ones, family, or friends, and it can be a combination of action. They carry out the narcissist commands, often by spreading rumors, distorting information, directly confront the victim. So this could either be people that have spread malicious rumors, gossip about the masculine, or that about the feminine, or about both. In some cases, it might be. It might end up in that with some, but I mean, it's lack of empathy. They may exhibit a lack of empathy for the targeted individual or a weak will, making them susceptible to the narcissist's influence. Benevolent or malevolent. Some flying monkeys are benevolent enablers who are easily swayed by the narcissist and act in good faith. Yeah, so that's good to, you know, if you've not been on the receiving end of that, then lucky you. But on this journey, even if you think you haven't, you might be being a bit naive, and I bet you have, because I definitely know that I definitely know with some things that have happened in my life with loads of people. I can even just imagine it now where people have like painted me out to be the villain, but it's like, there's their truth, your truth, and then there's the actual truth. You know what I mean? And it's so just always be aware of that. And Aries full moon is the truth, so stand in integrity. So lastly, acorns. Yeah, you've got abundance coming to you. That looks a bit rude though, doesn't it? Little pair of acorns there, whatever that means. Yes, look, Ganesh, remover of obstacles. There's another elephant. Elephant's one of my power animals. My elephant ring to prove it. But yeah, people know that. And then there's two owls. You can both see. You both can crystal clearly see. So maybe both twin flames have been tuning in here, because that's what I'm here to help people do. Because I integrated owl medicine many, many, many moons ago. But yeah, two little owls. You both can crystal clearly see who the flying monkeys have been, who the whatever's been. You can just see the truth. You can see the truth of each other. You see each other clearly. And that's why we've got the double heart to end it. Love it. Two hearts intertwined as one. There ain't no break in the two hearts that are melded together. Love it. But now I really need to go, because I've been needing to pee for ages. Yeah, so prove them wrong. People that think you're not going to face your fears, prove them wrong. People that think you're not going to have the courage to speak to your twin flame again, ask for forgiveness, tell them how you feel, whoever you are, divine femme, divine masculine, prove them wrong. But also, don't give a fuck about what other people think. Just do it for you. You'll get to that moment. If you've not at that moment, you'll get to that moment, and it's liberating. And yes, you'll be living in zero fucks land, but without hurting anyone about it. Get to I pray that for you, that you get to the place of living in the present moment, being in a higher frequency where you can fly above the flying monkeys and not care. Just not care. That's what I mean. That's what I've always said. Like, I don't know what people are saying about me. Quite frankly, I couldn't really give a fuck, because it's probably going to be people I don't give a shit about. And I pray for their healing to not bother to not gossip about people, basically, and to get a life. So, do you know what I'm saying? But yes, have a lovely, lovely time. I like I said, I'm not going to be live for a while. That feels a bit weird even saying that. But you will see videos. I don't know how many videos you'll see. You'll definitely see a shorts every day if you want to, but there will be videos, right? And I might, because I'm not going to get to do as many as I want to do. I'm going to film some tomorrow, but I'm not going to get as many as I wanted to do. I'll clip the live streams that I haven't watched because I haven't watched back like I mean, it'll take me right until I come back. Like I haven't watched any of them, so I'm not gonna watch all of them, but I'll watch some of them and I'll clip them. And other than that, yeah, book a session. I'll get back to you about it. When I can. Um, I will post things in Create Tab, like because I'll have to channel the energy. But I think that's it really. But yeah, if I'm a bit quiet and I'm not getting back to you, I just need some time myself. Um, and enjoy the 1010 portal. I had planned to do something for that. So I will, but it might just be my hands that you see. Members, there will be extra stuff for you in the membership. Um, this is all the stuff I'm getting done tomorrow, basically. But yes, I'm going. So sleep well, everyone, and I shall see you when I'm back. I think though, for what day's tomorrow? I can't believe tomorrow's only Tuesday. The thing is, like, now I'm saying this, like, am I doing? No, I'm not going live tomorrow because it's filming. This was enough tonight. This is more than enough. Um, like, I might premiere a live chat even after this, to be honest. But it depends. Like, I can't remember if anyone was going out tonight. I might. If I can't sleep, I might. So, if you are looking for something to do, you're still awake. I might premiere a live chat, and but it depends if I might not want to. You know what I mean? But like I might just publish it is what I mean. Like no offense, but because I've done this, but I'll just see how I feel. But yeah, I'll premiere. I think I'll premiere something tomorrow. But I have got a session tomorrow. Oh, it's not tomorrow. I keep saying tomorrow. I have got a session on Wednesday with someone, but I think that will just be a couple of hours. So I'm sure I will premiere something on Wednesday. I might premiere something Wednesday and Thursday, but I won't be premiering anything Friday, and that's for me. And I'd advise you to do the same. Have that. 1010 is either about you on your own or it's about you and your twin flame, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I wouldn't really have a lot of people around you if you can do that. Love you too. You're very welcome. And good night, everyone else as well. Yeah, take that time for yourself because 10 is about, we're not quite at the end, we're not quite at the beginning, but where it's the liminal space, you know what I mean? It's that weird kind of no man's land. So just be in it, you know what I mean? Whether you want to call it the liminal space, the void, like, be with your feelings. Um, you guessed what? What are you talking about? Close, I guessed it. I don't know what that's to. I need to know what that's to before I leave. Um, but or is that a delayed comment from what I said? I'm working sadly on the. Oh right. Well, the thing is, a lot of people will be because it's Friday, isn't it? So if you're like Beck and you're working, just be extra mindful of protecting your energy. So you know, surround yourself in white light or definitely when you get in from working, like smudge your energy or sound clear, like do whatever you do, like or just consciously like cut the cords, but and make sure you get some time when you get back yourself, so if you live in a household with other people, try and have some time yourself, however you have time yourself. For some people, if you live in a household, it might just be like have time yourself, have a bath, like, but if you have got the luxury of being yourself, like, don't be making coffee dates on that day where possible. You know what I mean? Just have the time yourself. Um, but oh my god, why are they not letting me go? Let me just shuffle. The dragon codes have been coming through loads, so And again, don't ask me what this stuff means either. It's hard to explain. The downloads I get, like I just say it, and then I get confirmation. Like I just they talk to me about this stuff, and I'm like, but a lot of you do work closely with dragons because I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, I just know from personal sessions, men and women, and there's a strong dragon frequency coming in. So if you feel connected to that energy, you'll feel it. Oh, I know because I haven't done it. I forgot I was going to do that. I was only going to do that if people donated, and nobody donated, Barbie. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I'll celebrate my spag ball no matter. One person will get a 15-minute live stream. That's only if people donate. Nobody donated. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, sorry about that, but nobody donated, so I'm not hanging around for 50 minutes. I'm going to piss myself. But because that's what that's about. Basically, it's like, so if we reach the 5 donations, then that's what, yeah, that's what that's about. Right. Silence, yeah. They're saying it's time to. So remember, that's very unique to me, but you as well. Not unique to me, because it's going to be for some of you too, if the sun lands in your 12th house. But that isn't everyone. But what's quite funny is it will be quite a few people that watch me because you have got quite similar houses, not everyone. So tune in. It's a time of, the 12th house is silence, introspection, spiritual awakening stuff. Even if you've already had a spiritual awakening, more heightened experiences, rest, burnout if you don't watch your energy, which is why I've planned in advance. But you can see what they're teaching here is, even though I planned it way in advance, like I've been planning this for months, I was going to take this time off, and I prepared and I've done all this. Still, as it's got to it, I'm not burnt out, but I definitely was. Would I have classed it? Was it over the weekend? Or I definitely was a wee bit over the weekend though. Like I wanted to do some stuff. Like I wanted to channel the mediumship Monday ones that I'm for when I'm going to be away over the weekend. They just wouldn't let me. I got up to do it and they wouldn't let me. And then like I caught somebody, like literally one of the only people I trust to read for me, and that was, yeah, totally like confirmed. So it's, so you tune in with you if that resonates. Can we do the reading tomorrow? Since I guess but I'm not. Barbie, have you not been listening to what I've been saying? This is the last live stream for 3 weeks. I'm going. I am not coming back until the um when is it? The 5th. I'm not back till the 5th of November. So no, basically. Boundaries. Using my assertiveness on the Aries full moon. Not tonight. I'm done. Silence. So again, again, you've got to value your energy, right? Because it's like, look how hard it is for me to end it anyway. Silence. Destiny. Spend time in silence where you can. Hopefully, you done that over the weekend because that's what the Pisces moon was about, right? Destiny is calling a lot of you. The charms. What are you talking about? Yes, yes, it is the day before your birthday, isn't it? Fear. Facing your fear. That's what the Aries full moon's about as well. In order to get to your destiny, it's we all have to face our fear. That's what Aries full moon's about. Joan of Arc, courage. That's why I'm here to help people. Oh my god. I said courage before I looked at that. I'm gonna have to watch that back tape, but I could swear I said courage before I looked down at that card, and the card says courage. Again, it happens all the time, but you know what I mean? It's like that. That is what it is. Like I've pushed through all of my fear, which has taken years. So again, like I say all the time, but I do get more sassy in the Aries full moon. I have pushed through so much fear, you just would not even fucking believe what it's took me to be sitting here doing this, making it look like it's easy. So much fear. And it ain't my first paper round either. I started on Periscope, then I jumped on Facebook Live and that came out. Because it's so funny. It was 8 years ago I started it because I keep getting the old things popping up, from Google memories. It keeps. Oh no, I'm 2% now. See, they're going to cut me off. Independence. That's also Aries energy too. Love in reverse. Anyone that's been in false unions, things that weren't love, built on rocky foundations, where it's lust or even if you thought it's love and it's been a false illusion, it's all falling apart. Companions, and you'll be led to soul family. Keep praying. Always pray. Yeah, people are finding their independence. Rose, Mary Magdalene energy. Avalon codes. Bliss. Yeah, you'll be led to your bliss. Merlin energy. Avalon, bliss. I keep cutting it the same thing. Right. Anyway, I don't want to end it on the dragons. If it cuts me off, it cuts me off. It's quite funny. I like again. It's because the full moon's conjunct my Venus and Aries, and if Venus and Aries is you get a wee kick out at the last minute. You get your cheap thrill somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Especially when your twin flames left you on your own this long. Yes, because I'm a rainbow priestess. Maybe you are, but seriously, one of the frequencies I carry are like rainbow diamond frequency, right? And so some of you may resonate with that too. And like I said, whenever I say things like that, just tune in with that resonates with me somehow. I don't know why. But look, trust your intuition. It's the language of your soul, a natural connection to your divinity. Priestess, priests, you do you, boo. Doesn't he? And then they're like, we said what we said, so it's over. We said what we said. Resonant truth. Aries, full moon, big full moon behind her. Crescent moon on the top of the head for whoever that's resonant with. I know that is Renee because she said that earlier. Being in resonance with your soul brings all things to light. Get in resonance with the true. It's got soul on both these cards. Get in the true resonance of your soul. And the other half of your soul, your energy, will gravitate towards back to you. And that's why soul retrieval is so important. Yeah, look, you're awakening these silver foxes. That's someone's twin flame. Look, that's a rainbow priestess's twin flame. But it's kind of, mind you, that looks like a bit of an age, that's like Bridget Jones again. There's a bit too much of an age gap. But the age gaps can come into it with twin flames. But so how do I know? It might be with some, but not everyone. But ancient soul. And ancient souls are being awakened in the masculine. And that's why that chat with Renee earlier is relevant about, she's like, fuck knows where this is coming from. Do you know what I mean? You're an old soul. Open your ancient eyes and recognize the sage within. That's what's happening to a lot of the masculine, a lot of you. Don't let people gaslight you. Look, there's the rainbow energy I was talking about. Rainbow energy. The colours of the universe live within you. Radiate the brilliance. Shine on is kind of what I want to say there. I don't have a hefty age gap. Yeah, near there. Only a year and a half. If somebody thinks that's a big deal, they ought to get a life. But I'm not talking about him when I'm saying that, but you never know. It might be him that thinks that too. Anyway, it's 1%, but so it's hardly given Mrs. Jones, is it, when it's a spot? Thank you for being my best friend, even when I've pushed you away. Nobody knows me like you do. That's what the collective of this masculine want to say. I think it's going to cut me off any minute, so I will do that before it does it. So yes, I know I'm having withdrawals already. Oh, sorry, Barbie. Yes, I will. I'll be back before you know it, and I'll be in. Yes, I'll be back before you know it. Guessing the charge for a yeah, we're not doing that. I've already explained to you that's nobody derated, so it's not happening. You've got to have boundaries. If I just done it because, then it's not respecting myself. So I have to teach people boundaries because I was going to teach it in the workshop tonight, and nobody wanted to do the workshop, so I'm teaching it here. So it's ending with not that much of a harsh lesson, but it's funny that it's ended with that truth. Helping hand. Right, I'm done. Look, kickstart energy improvement, my healing session. I'm sorry. Somebody does need a